Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded. Initiating system.
The GoreCast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the Station of Decapitation Without Your Head.
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Willkommen zu die Chatzen, motherfuckers. It's GoreCast Tuesday.
Whoa!
I went for a slightly more energetic intro than usual there.
I was gonna say, I was like, I kind of have a feeling I know what Johnny we're getting out with.
I was thinking the same thing.
Shit. Well, that woke me up a little bit. I am here for it.
Yeah. My brain just decided, no, you're wired. That's the way that works. Okay. I'm awake like 25 minutes and I'm ready to fucking go. It's Horror News Tuesday here on the GoreCast. We've got a load of fucking tasty treats and news articles for you.
Yes, we do.
Before we get into any of that, though, we are going to go up to the top of the chat here, and we are going to go Bill. Hello. We are going to go Pam. Hello, because she was the next person I saw. Hi, Pam. Serves me correctly. We are going to go Wednesday. Hello, and we are.
Hi, Wednesday.
Moving on.
Hi, Katie.
Tristan. I think I saw Tristan as well. Tristan, what's going on, Heckins? Let's get this bread.
Yeah!
Fuck yeah! Go, bitches!
I'm very excited for some reason.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Like, I can't even get up to that level. It's way too much for me. It's like,
there's we got news in relation to Ghostbusters Afterlife doing really well in the cinema. We've got news about magical footage from Larry Cohen's little piece of cinematic genius known as The Stuff. That's in news bits as well. We've got two different stories with pictures of creepy bitches as the picture, which is nice. And
ouch, just threw my shoulder out.
There's something else.
Goosebumps. There's Goosebumps.
The Goosebumps. Oh yeah, and Goosebumps.
There's Goosebumps.
Yeah, Goosebumps. There we go.
And some new movies.
I'm pretty sure that falls under the category of two movies with creepy bitches in their picture.
Yeah.
One bitch is standing normal, and the other bitch is standing upside down.
Welcome to Tuesday, where there's just a bunch of bitches.
That's probably one of my more energetic intros in the last fucking 6 months.
Yeah.
You can be all energetic.
I'm almost done with my Monster Hybrid Super Sport Superior Hydration, so I'm getting wired now too.
Caffeine that is at a warning level of 8 for strength, which is technically 16 because I double shotted it.
I've got ice water.
Oh God, you're double fisting it.
Boring
I
bollocks.
do not have energy drinks or ice water.
Now who's boring?
I would join you in drinking, Carter, but as I explained earlier, I had a production meeting last night that turned into a drinking session. So
he has no more alcohol in the house to drink it all.
Oh, dude, I've
kind
got
of like,
such a
do I
fucking
want
headache.
to start this again?
Hoping it takes it down a bit.
Because he was drinking for like an hour or two before me. It was like 5 in the morning. I was like, you know what? Maybe I will join you for a couple of drinky poos.
Drinky poo. I went and got some Thanksgiving food at the store today, so I'm excited to get fatter.
We don't talk about Thanksgiving here because it's Halloween's last stand.
I'm sorry. Well,
no, it's true. You enjoy Thanksgiving. I'm only joking.
It's a Halloween dinner.
I'm only joking. This is not American Horrors.
I'm gonna pumpkin pie and mashed potatoes and stuffing, and oh my God, I'm gonna.
Do you mind me asking, as an Irish person where pumpkin pie isn't really a thing over here, is it a dessert or is it a dinner?
Yes.
But pumpkin
dessert,
is not what you would call a fruit.
No, but you can mash the shit out of anything and put it in a fucking pie crust. We just decided to do it with pumpkins.
I understand that 100%, but that's like me making a parsnip pie and giving it to someone for fucking dessert. Wouldn't you be very like, this tastes very much like dinner side food, but in a pie?
Okay, but you also have to think, like, depending on how you do it, like, we serve it with maybe ice cream or whipped top.
I'm serving my turnip pie with ice cream as well.
It's a fucking dessert, dude. Have at it.
Cool Whip.
Well, I mean, I suppose it would make sense. It would make sense for us to do a turnip pie, considering that the jack-o'-lantern started off as a carved-out turnip rather than a carved-out pumpkin.
Won't lie to you, I just picked whatever the closest associated food group I could think of that would relate to pumpkin was. I was just like,
two things. One, Pam, I've heard of pumpkin soup, but I've never actually had it.
I've eaten pumpkin soup. It's not that I've never eaten the contents of a pumpkin. We've eaten pumpkin soup because she makes serious pumpkin soup. But soup is not a dessert.
No.
Unless it's like one of those weird restaurants where they make you like a chocolatey thing that looks like soup.
But like Bill said,
like a chocolate fountain.
Bill says pumpkins.
I used to love those chocolate fountains, man. They're so good. It was one of the things I used to love about doing Debs. Actually, it won't lie to you. It was the only thing I loved about doing Debs and getting paid. That was the other. Actually, you know what? Getting paid was the biggest thing I enjoyed about doing Debs, and then the chocolate fountain. Chocolate fountain was great. I used to love that. They'd bring big loads of strawberries in there. I'd hush all the teenagers away, but stay the fuck away from my chocolate fountain. Blip, 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 blip. Oh, you want a picture? You get picture. Click, click, click. Now fuck off away from the chocolate fountain.
This is how fucked up our food is. Our pumpkin pie is the dessert, but like Pam just pointed out, there's the whole sweet potato with all the marshmallows. That's a side to the main dish.
What the?
Right.
What the fuck is going on? That makes no sense, America.
We didn't make the rules.
Sorry.
The Pilgrims did.
Green beans. You can have some fucking sweet potatoes with like marshmallows, but the pumpkin has to wait till later. You can't have that on this plate. It's a later plate. You have to look forward to the pumpkin pie.
Why don't you put the marshmallows in the pumpkin fucking pie?
Marshmallow your ass.
Baby Cakes, you're in the chat. You and I are making a pumpkin pie at some stage in the next week or two, and we're just eating it. And I'll decide if it's a fucking dessert or dinner food. I'll tell you that straight out.
That's good.
And you better tell America there will be an angry letter coming if I'm going, this is blatantly dinner. Because you
can address that to the White House.
We come from Europe, where plenty of dinner items get put in a pie format, but they're still dinner. Kids is looking at me like I'm talking crazy. You've heard of a meat or a chicken pot pie?
Oh yeah, we can't stand the things.
You which?
We have pot pies here.
Things.
Yeah,
it's like a weird texture. I can't get into them.
Pot pie?
Yeah.
What's then again, I also texture? Can't do. It's normal meaty texture with normal pie texture, but they're adhered together.
Okay, but here, like, there's a weird goop. Like, it's not soup. It's not solid. Like, there's a weird.
I think you'll find that it actually technically is soup. Like if you're talking about an vol-au-vent kind of capacity, it's essentially like a chicken soup.
Okay, see, all the ones I've seen over here are like thicker. And
or should I say vol-au-vent if you want to sound all French, I suppose, judging by the name of it. This has been
like
chicken curry pies. Yes, please, Bill. That sounds good. I'm not like. Here's my thing. I don't have an issue with stuff just been shoved in a pie for the sake of shoving it in a pie. I'm all down for the pie idea. I'm just like, if you give me dinner pie as my dessert, I will be angry.
No, it's got a very sweet taste, like a.
Yeah, it does. Like
it's not a.
Okay, so it does taste dessert like.
Yeah, like it's not just like straight up.
It's cold.
Okay.
Or warm, but there's a sweetness.
Or warm.
I am correct in saying that we are still eating a vegetable for dinner. Am I correct? Or is pumpkin a fruit?
Oh no, like okay.
Oh.
My house we used to do like
vegetable that comes out of the ground.
Potatoes, mashed potatoes, like you could do whatever and stuff.
All right.
Oh, ask a scientist.
Did you say vegetables come out of the ground?
I said it's a vegetable because it comes out of the ground.
Explain spuds to me then, mate.
They are also a vegetable.
That don't grow out of the ground?
Yeah,
they do.
Under
the ground?
Point is, they don't come. Yes, thank you, character.
if they're not a fucking flower, like it comes up out of the fucking ground. Like you eventually got to like hoist that shit up out.
You got to pull the spuds out of the ground.
Oh,
Yeah. Dude, they don't grow in.
it's actually
That's just what I said.
over the fucking ground.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I was
So
It's
saying. as well.
actually here. Google says it's a fruit.
Oh, okay. Well then, sorry. I officially take my rant back about pumpkins. That's fine.
It says a pumpkin is a fruit because it is a product of a seed-bearing structure of flowering plants. Vegetable, on the other hand, are edible portion of the plants, such as leaves, stems, roots, bulbs, flowers, or
Yeah,
tubers.
because spuds are technically
Tubers.
bulbs, I suppose.
Tubers. Thank you.
Okay.
Because spuds are technically
So,
bulbs.
thank
Like
you,
if you
Google.
plant a spud, roots will
Yeah.
grow out, and more spuds will come from your spud.
Hence, out of the ground. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Okay.
No,
I did
spuds,
not know that.
spuds grow
Good
underground, but they will keep rooting out.
What is it? A pumpkin then is coming
So
out
now-
a vine that's running along the
Much
ground
better-
or something?
no, that's nothing.
Yeah. Because unfortunately, my family decided to grow their own for a few.
Tristan,
so
I will
that
make a
shit
deal with you
looks
because
like
I am also hungry and I have steak in the fridge. At some point during the show, if you feel like it, the two of us can fuck off and cook a steak.
Are
That
we
shit will
going
just start taking up
to...
space on your ground and just start growing fucking pumpkins.
Are we going to?
It's a pain in the ass.
Are we
I was
going to?
say, I was going to say move on to a subject that I know a little bit more about that isn't like
I won't lie to you. I'm
food
enjoying our
related.
foodie talk, to be honest.
I know, but
learning.
I'm at a loss. My food groups being like counted on one hand.
Do you want to talk about it? Just to clarify, by the way, that's not different food groups that you're speaking of. That's different food items. It's not different. All of the food that you eat comes from what is known as junk food.
It does not.
Okay. You know what,
Sausages
though?
are
Like, I
technically
get
like junk food because they have to be done in a fatty and or grilled kind of scenario. Chops are also
Hang
junk
on,
food.
since when is something being done in a grill denoted as being junk food?
All I'm saying is
I was gonna say
sausages and
you can
stuff
grill
like that aren't
steak.
the normal,
that's not.
healthy food. It's not what they're known as.
Sausages are fairly healthy, good source of protein, good source of
Are they?
iron.
How
I
much
mean-
of the actual pig do you think goes in a sausage?
Right.
Is where
Sausage,
All the
hot
parts
dog,
that I like,
that's
apparently.
all the parts that you like apparently are all the parts that are left over from cutting up the normal pig.
Yeah, and you know what? There are plenty of things I don't think about, and I still eat them.
Okay, what I'm trying to here's where you do that thing
Let's
again
talk
where
about
you
that.
start deviating
Hang on,
off of
hang
the
on. No,
actual
better yet,
statements that I'm saying.
No, better yet. All the parts that don't go into the pork liver pate that I also like.
I don't. Pate's different because there has to be with pate. It has to be certain parts to go into pate to constitute it as pate. Otherwise, it's just like meat paste.
Primarily the
Funny
liver.
story.
All the rest goes into the sausages.
The Midnight's here, and he wants to know if you missed anything.
We've
Just
had
a
a
long
straight up
discussion
food
about
conversation going on for the last 5 minutes that I wasn't expecting, but I've been thoroughly enjoying.
Like I
we
get,
learned. Well, we did learn that pumpkins are a fruit, not a vegetables.
Right.
So if you didn't know
Quality
that, now you know.
edutainment.
and I give Giz a lot of.
Don't say you don't learn anything on the GoreCast.
Root out
I
the
give
soft
Giz
puppet when
a
we're
shit
doing
about his
like
eating habits.
edutainment like this.
Katie, Giz is the weirdest person a lot of people knows, and I take pride in that fact.
You're not the weirdest
Hey.
person I know.
I didn't say you were one of them.
I didn't. What? Okay, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, off the top of my head, I could definitely think of several.
Yeah.
You're odd. I wouldn't call you weird. I would call
Tell
you
him just
odd.
stop.
It was a long pause.
I was like, what verb? I was just like, what?
Dude.
What?
If I had money, I would be called eccentric. As it is, most people just think of me as not sane.
I thankfully
Dude, you
seem
gotta
like I
put
have
that
money
crate-
and have been called eccentric, so I just run with that. So that's it. Anyway, will we go into our first news bit? I think we've discussed enough about foods. Presents, pumpkins do have seeds. Okay, well, that's fucking, look at that. I just realized that it doesn't say presents, it's the Midnight Rider presents, and then that's the sentence.
It's gonna be a show tonight. Oh, strap your seatbelts on, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he's gone off for another drink, clearly.
Shit, if I got time, man, cool.
Maybe not.
Oh, that was fun.
I needed to have a tech talk with myself.
Bill thinks the appropriate adjective for you is demented.
Not wrong.
I always prefer disturbed because I can say please do not disturb. I'm disturbed enough.
I like that one. I was gonna say demented.
My parents actually got that for me as a sticker that I had on my door as a kid.
Oh, are you serious? That's fucking awesome.
Bill is saying that the proper adjective for Giz is demented. I don't think
We were
I
just
don't think.
discussing that.
I don't know.
I said disturbed because when I was younger, my parents got me a sticker that said, "Please do not disturb. I'm disturbed enough."
See, and I just didn't think that demented was. I don't know. Like it just didn't.
I'll tell you
I don't
what.
think
Let's
it-
before
when
we
I-
get into
when I
news
see-
bits, let's go to the magical thing known as Google, and we'll just pull up the literal definition of demented, and we'll just see.
Look,
I think,
sanity is a matter of perspective, and I have always enjoyed having a very skewed perspective.
Suffering from
Later the
dementia
memory.
is literally all it has here. Behaving irrationally due to anger, distress, or excitement. Oh,
shit.
maybe you are demented. Although, strangely enough,
I
then
mean-
similar words: mad, insane, deranged, out of one's mind, not in one's mind, right mind.
Ooh, when you actually put that in like that whole definition kind of thing, that does kind of.
Yeah. The actual adjective meaning
It's
of
an
it is
argument.
suffering from dementia. But if you're to get into what they
Oh, look,
declare as
there's a picture
dementia,
of Giz right there. That's the picture.
Unfortunately, suffering from dementia is a possibility if I survive that long.
Hmm.
Just
Dude,
Well,
Bill just told me
that took a
that.
dark turn.
Bill just told me that.
Where did you look at
Bill
that? Kids
said-
is demented. Who would have known? Anyway,
Bill just said Terry Funk stuff.
Google two for O
fucking
today.
Google, you are knocking it out of the park. Shame you can't. I can't say that on air. Never mind.
But I'll say it on there.
I remember when we
crippled, I
used to
can
have freedom of speech. YouTube. Just
Dude, I'm
saying.
crippled.
cunt.
I can say anything you need me to.
What?
Dude, I'm crippled. I can say anything you need me to.
Sorry,
That's okay.
Giz is laughing over you. I can't hear you. What?
I said, dude, it's okay. I'm crippled. Just tell me what you need to say.
Oh no! It's in relation to Google and some of the strange business practices they've had over the course of the coronavirus incident that we've had going on for the last 2 years, and I just don't know if we can actually,
Okay.
like, not
that
in a joke way,
stuff.
as in like their rules of conduct came out yesterday. I'm pretty sure I can't say it. So yes, we'll
They've
just
got
stick
rules
on-
of-
Oh yeah, I got an email saying that YouTube's changed their policies.
Yes, it has.
Should have read that.
Shit, do I need to be fucking worried about this shit?
Yes, actually, it
like,
might be
I'll
worth
read
your
it. I'll
while
let you
reading
know.
it.
We usually calm you down before you get too bad.
Yeah, but sometimes he gets there. He gets to the finish line before we do.
Truth.
You're good because it doesn't take place till January 5th, so you got a little bit of time to still be you.
We send you to deprogramming over Christmas. It'll be fine.
It doesn't work.
Good day, sir. How are you?
It ends up being quite the opposite, I think you'll find.
Just a load of doctors walking out. I don't. This was not the right career choice. My mom always said, why wouldn't you just be a painter? But no. I wanted to be Dr. Dan. And now. Anyway, what news bit are we doing first?
We are doing Ghostbusters. We're going to talk about some Afterlife
Talk
shit.
about
Who
some
you gonna call?
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yep.
So
So
we call it the box office, apparently.
right. So basically, it's a pretty short story. It just covers the fact that, as you remember, the last Ghostbusters movie that we got did not do that well,
No.
and so they kind of had some low expectations when this one came out.
Yep.
And they said that they were targeting about 28 million to about 35 million. And that was based off the estimates of kind of like what they got from the last film. So they was kind of trying to shoot low. But here's what happens when you get a pretty good fucking movie out, apparently. They ended up making, let's see, what was it?
Especially if you have a Paul Rudd and one of the fucking
Right.
Stranger Things kids in it.
Oh shit, my page just jumped. Like they were talking, basically it came in at 70 million globally.
Who-wee opening weekend?
Yeah.
Who-wee. That's a lot.
Right.
That's a lot of capital to be able to put back into busting some ghosts.
Sorry, my page slipped. It was 44 million domestic, and then you throw in the 16 million international. Like they just kind of blew open the fucking doors on that one.
Well, all I have been hearing from people is that it's absolutely fantastic,
and that all the people that don't like it are people that are up in arms because it basically went, you know, that film that nobody liked, we're just going to ignore that one and give you a film you actually enjoy.
Right.
Rochi said no spoilers, but it's okay. None of us have seen it yet.
Yeah, the only thing that we've spoiled for you is that they've cleaned up house at the fucking cinema. That's it.
Yeah, no, like this was legit. Like the only thing we were talking about the article. It opened and everybody was kind of surprised because even the company themselves were like, "Well, I mean, we shit the bed last time, so."
And how did they shit the bed? And then they let some of the actors from that movie come out giving out about it, and that fucking didn't go too well either.
Here's the difference, though, right? When the media campaign for the last film, the one with all the women, instantaneously when the trailers came out for that, people were like, "Oh no, this is not good," because it showed the kind of humor and it showed the kind of gags and it showed the kind of film we were going to be getting. When the trailer came out for Afterlife, instantaneously people went, "Frag, yes," because all of it felt like an homage to the original movie with its own story that was actually going to be interesting.
I'm going to have to interrupt you there because if you remember correctly, because you and I actually covered it as a news article for American Horrors, when the initial Afterlife trailer came out, it wasn't a universal fuck yes. Loads of people went absolutely fucking bullheaded apeshit about it.
And I don't know
like you and I literally did a thing on American Horrors where we were kind of like, what the fuck is your problem with the new trailer?
But they were looking at it, and the 2016 movie was trying to break $144 million budget. So
if memory serves me correctly, the main thing that pissed people off when the initial trailer dropped was everyone got up their arse about the fact, not so much about the fact that Finn Wolfhard was in it, but they were like, "Oh, it's just Stranger Things with a Ghostbusters skin on it," and I was just like, have you seen Stranger Things? This is not Stranger Things. It's Stranger Things, as in there's a bunch of kids that need to solve a fucking issue. That's about where that ends.
The thing was, if you look at the time period, that was a perfect Halloween costume for him. So like it was just people kind of getting weird about weird shit.
Yeah, at the time period in Stranger Things when all the kids went out dressed as Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters was one of the biggest movies to hit the cinemas that year.
Right, like that's kids dressing up as
that, and also they're probably trying to carry over the success of that because like this movie probably was supposed to be out almost like a couple of years ago. So it's like you look at it now where it's like it's oh my god you're throwing it in now, but like when it was originally supposed to come out, I'm pretty sure season 2 of Stranger Things was out by then.
Yeah, it was. If the Ghostbusters trailer, Stranger Things season 2 had finished if memory serves me correctly. People weren't happy about that first trailer, and then a couple of months later, the second trailer dropped where you saw Dan Aykroyd at the end of it, or you heard his voice at the end of it or something. Then people were like, "Oh, wait a minute, there's some actual Ghostbusters in the movie. Well, maybe I am down for the movie now. There's some actual Ghostbusters in the movie."
Now, here's where things get a little weird, though, because, yes, they did a phenomenal $60 million globally, but they're still working off of a $75 million budget. So I'm not seeing...
That'll be easy to make.
Yeah, like I'm not seeing a lot of problems there, but that does show the difference because the last film was at, 144. This time they did a film for, 75. So they're... they still had
that last Ghostbusters movie cost $144 million.
But you think there was a shit ton of CGI in there. There was at the time big names like Melissa McCarthy and all of the other women and shit. Plus they hired
Ernie Hudson.
Chris Hemsworth was in it.
To play the dumb fucking whatever.
I won't lie to you. You could have literally put a Hemsworth wig on a broom and got the same result.
You could have. Legit. They spent a lot of fucking money and then wound up with none of that coming back to them. So they lowered the
and I'm wondering a lot of
million and they're about to make their money back.
And I'm wondering with a lot of other issues.
Roach, just said as well, 44 million probably went to Hemsworth alone. And I was like,
yeah.
It's kind of his
still
also welcome to the chat, Joseph.
It's still kind of post-pandemic, so it's people still fully aren't going to the theaters
and
yet.
you have to take it.
So I'm
account,
sure
this
they
is also,
probably shot low just because of what other movies have been doing
memory
the last
serves me
year
correctly,
or so.
this is a straight up cinema release, isn't it? There's no.
There's
it's
no
going to be the normal
service as of now.
It's going to be the normal couple of months before it lands on streaming, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it probably won't. It probably won't hit that stuff till the beginning of the next year.
Yeah,
because I think
most likely.
What was it? I think Venom was straight to, like, we're finally kind of getting back into straight theater releases. I think maybe Halloween Kills was probably our last theater / straight, because they did Peacock.
But Venom's out on digital already, isn't it?
What?
Getting ready to.
Yeah, but it's also
Venom,
been out.
it's hitting digital soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just that thing that
they kind of.
I think we're over the hump. We're not doing straight movie and TV. We're getting back into that like theater straight only kind of thing.
Yeah, because it's hard to project with like some of the bigger movies were before that. Some of them, I mean, some of them still did straight to theater, but like a lot of them had that like half and half, like you said, like they were released in theaters, but then they were also released on streaming services for like the first month. I know a lot of the stuff for like the HBO Max, Disney Plus doesn't tend to. The only thing they do is they'll allow it to be on Disney Plus, but you have to pay a premium price for it to get it
right,
like day of, like on Disney Plus. HBO Max and some of those other ones are like Peacock with Halloween Kills, like that's on there day of. If you got the service, it's there, no extra charge. Disney Plus tries it, but they have to still make it. And it's like $30. It's more than what the movie you would be paying to go see the movie, or just the movie, not the concessions, but just the movie itself. You're paying more to get it on the early access than you would be to go see it in the theaters. So, but yeah, like I'm sure a lot of it is the fact that they probably shot low with their expectations.
Right.
People just don't know, where people are at right now when it comes to going to the movies. Like, people want to go, but there's still those people who don't want to go outside.
But it was also that overreach. They just thought that they could throw out some new Ghostbusters shit and just immediately win over everybody that had grown up with and wanted to take their kids to. And let's see. Joseph said the last Ghostbusters would have worked if the ladies would have been their daughters, not forgot the originals. I totally would have been okay with had this been like
that last Ghostbusters with those women is essentially its own separate entity within the Ghostbusters comic book universe already.
Right. Like I totally would have been okay with a different team, but they just weren't fun.
The thing was, before they even came up with the notion of putting a women team on cinema, IDW had introduced a women team of Ghostbusters. Janine was one of them.
Yeah.
Kylie from Extreme Ghostbusters was one of them. There was an FBI agent, and there was another woman who had been trained in by the Ghostbusters. They actually ran for an entire season, basically, with that team. And when they finally introduced the 2016 team, with Melissa McCarthy, they introduced them into the comics. They ended up actually fixing them by making them somewhat intelligent and somewhat like actually acceptable as characters.
Like the only person out of that whole movie I thought where the sense of humor they had was good and the eccentricities they showed were good was the Egon female equivalent.
Yeah.
Her character was on point. She was just I'm the barmy mental crazy ghost scientist. Do you mean I got that? It was Melissa McCarthy constantly trying to get a fucking noodle order right. Hemsworth been a fucking every man in that movie was easily 50 IQ points short of being functional humans.
Right. And a lot of the movie ran around the notion that Melissa McCarthy's sense of humor, whereby they start off with one conversation, and the humor is that they can't stay on the conversation and they have to talk about 10 million other things before returning to the whole point of the original conversation, which isn't a Ghostbusters movie, and it isn't the kind of humor that people would expect from a Ghostbusters movie.
That worked for like the chemistry between Bill Murray and Egon. Oh fuck! I can't think.
Harold Ramis.
Harold Ramis. Like that was their chemistry. Bill Murray was just kind of like, "Hey, fuck it, let's do this." And it just seemed like they were trying to kind of recapture that in a bad fucking way.
But you
Like
see,
they were trying to recapture that whole Ghostbusters,
in that,
and it just
in that dynamic, you had Egon and Spencer. No, Egon
Here.
and
Ray and Egon.
yeah, you had Ray and no, Ray was Bill Murray, wasn't it?
No, Ray was Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd was Ray.
Was Murray.
Okay, Ray and Egon in that movie were like your straight scientist guys. You know, we're a little bit eccentric, but we're your straight scientist guys. Ernie Hudson's character was the everyman. He was like, I'm a cop who's become a Ghostbuster, and you know, he was the grounded, normal person in the group. And then you had Bill Murray, who was / the kind of the hero guy / the comedy relief / the wise cracking dude. And when you have something like that, that's called a fully functional on paper team. You know, you've got a bit of everything in there. Whereas in the female version, in the 2016 done version of it, everybody was the comedy guy. There was no straight guy. Do you know what I mean? There was no straight man or a straight woman in the thing. Everybody was the comedy guy. And just to clarify before someone on fucking YouTube goes apeshit at me, I'm saying straight man as in that's what you call when you have a comedy duo of people and one guy is the waka waka guy and the other guy is the normal guy. The normal guy is known as the straight man. Just before anyone is just like, I don't appreciate the language that you're using here on the internet.
And the thing is, though, you know, because a lot of people then also wanted to go, well, it's because it's women. No, had you put 4 men in that same situation, the joke still would have failed. Like there was too much going on. You didn't have a straight. You didn't have a fault. Like the jokes themselves failed.
As myself and Giz said in the when Leslie Jones came out and started ripping everybody a new one for not liking the movie and how it was sexist and not anything to do with having movie taste. As myself and Giz said, it has nothing to do with the fact that you have a female cast. It has nothing to do with the fact that all of the ghosts are done CGI. It has to do that you made a shit fucking movie. It doesn't matter who played who in that movie. Everyone, you guys did a good job with the material that you were given to do, but unfortunately, the material you were given was cock. It was a bad script. It was a bad movie. It was just one big toilet joke from start to finish, which is not what Ghostbusters is about.
And it sucks because as an actor, like I myself would totally jump on board to like reignite the whole Ghostbusters thing and possibly launch a new franchise of it. So I see why they jumped onto the project. But unfortunately, the project just sucked. And unfortunately, they all got dragged down with it. You know, I'm not a big McCarthy fan, but I'm not knocking her. Like you said, if these are my lines, well, I have to do the best I can with these fucking lines. And here I go, out credits.
I'm wondering how much the new movie like lost and stuff like that, because the fact that this was started to get kind of promoted before the pandemic. You know, ad time was purchased, merchandising, stuff like that was about to come out right before stuff got pushed back. So I'm wondering if there's going to be any hit on that portion, because they're pretty much having to repurchase ad time to release it. A year and a half, 2 years later? I don't remember exactly when it was originally, when the original, you know, teasers and all that stuff started coming out.
Well, but
it's been a little bit.
I don't know.
I mean, it could be not too bad because it was early on, so they might not have had a whole bunch, you know, going into the promotion yet, because it was still, you know, just a teaser.
Right. I don't think so, because if you think about it, they kind of fell off the map there for a while. Like, even like off shows, we would kind of be like, dude, Ghostbusters, like, I haven't heard anything. And so I don't think they really, it's not that they were expecting it to fail, but I just think that they were like, well, we'll see what happens. And like, they just didn't necessarily lean into Afterlife as much as they did 2016. And so I think that's why everybody's just kind of surprised. They're like, we did 60 mil? Holy shit.
Do you guys think you'll be on this conversation for like another 5 minutes?
Yeah, because I was actually going to go to the chat. So if you need to make a run.
Yeah, cool. I got American Horrors calling me there, and urgent. All right. So I will be back in 5 minutes, people. I'll talk to you in a
bit. Let's see, because what was it? Somebody caught my attention. Let's see. Rochi said part of the reason it didn't cost as much to do Afterlife was so much as because a lot of the original props were used and upgraded, and a lot of the fans lent their gear to them to help out. Old text and set design too.
See,
Which I didn't know that.
This is one of the things. Now how many times have we looked at a film and seen a big budget, and it's been a big budget pissed away on something that's turned out to be shite. And then we look at something that is low budget and it turns out to be fantastic. Why? Because they put in the time and the effort to make it a good story. And I think 2016's Ghostbusters is like another versus this is another case in point whereby all this money gets funded into this really big, bright, neon, fancy thing of crap. And then you have something that's done, like Rochi said, using old techniques and with the assistance of fans and things like that, and apparently has turned out to be a much better product.
Let's see. Bill was like, McCarthy is as funny as Amy Schumer. I don't know how to say her last name. Schumer?
Yeah.
Blonde comedian.
Yeah.
Totally dead fucking boring. Katie McKeegan was great as Egon. I don't necessarily hate McCarthy. Like, part of my problem is she only plays like one character. She's got like the loud, stupid, or the quiet, angry. Like, there's not a lot of range with her.
And that was kind of one of the reasons why I didn't enjoy the film, because I sat down and automatically I'm like, this is a McCarthy film that they've just happened to call Ghostbusters.
Yeah, right. Because if you think
that's not good.
Like, I've only really liked maybe one or two movies from her, and the one was what was it called? The Puppet Murders, the something murders.
I know the thing you're on about, where she has a puppet as a partner.
Yeah, like Sesame Street is real life with us every day.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I fucking remember that movie.
That movie
Jesus
was fucking
Christ.
awesome, and I liked it. And her fit that movie. But then when you try to do a lot of her other stuff, she only really has like kind of one style that they try to wrap a movie around. And it just, to me, like, she's loud and fucking angry, or she's quiet and fucking angry. And it's just like, I don't really get into it. Amy Schumer, overall, I just can't fucking stand her. She's not funny. I don't understand, like, how she keeps getting gigs.
Who's Amy Schumer?
She's a comedian. She's done a lot of shit. I'm just trying to, like, I don't like
If you
her.
can't think of it off the top of your head, then clearly it's not worth mentioning.
Right. Like, I don't like her that much to where I, like, avoid shit she's been in. Like, dude, let's see. Rochi says Ernie was just looking for a job, and he will believe anything you say as long as there's a steady paycheck.
Actually, interestingly enough, in the cartoon, I think in the cartoon, which continuity does follow on from the films. I think in the cartoon he was an Air Force pilot, and then in the IDW comics he was a former Marine, or else it was the other way around, because they did a crossover where it's the real Ghostbusters from the cartoon meeting up with the guys from IDW who as you know, look-wise are based more on the movie. And that was one of the things. It's like, I was in the Air Force, I was in the Marines, but I can't remember which one was which.
And like I said, dude, I had no problem with them kind of creating their whole MCU world, like Ghostbusters, you know. I thought it would be kind of cool because, like, to me, you could jump around to different teams to see what they were going through, or how they saved the world supernatural wise, kind of thing. Like, I thought that would be an awesome franchise.
They're actually once again, that's something that kind of it's weird, because these films come out after things like this were covered in literature, basically, because you did have kind of like Ghostbusters International for a while, where they were setting up teams in different parts of America, and that female team that I spoke about earlier, one of the members of that came from one of those teams that have been set up in like Chicago or something like that. But there's a lot of material that's been done in the last probably 15, 20 years, I guess, that has expanded on both the cartoon and the movie mythology and created its own stuff, to the point that it would be very easy to draw it into the live action stuff. Well, maybe not straight away, but down the line. I mean, we still haven't seen anything with with any of the characters from Extreme Ghostbusters, and they've been knocking around since the mid-90s.
See, there needs to be a fucking wheelchair-bound motherfucker just like busting some ghosts. I'm sorry.
Hart said to say
That's why I
hi
like
to
that
everyone
fucking show.
on the GoreCast and in the GoreCast live chat.
Hey, Hart.
Hi, Art.
But to me, when they did MIB Ghostbusters, those are two franchises that could have just hopped all over different groups, different countries. While a lot of people may not have liked what was that, MIB International, I still liked the idea. I did too. But I still thought it was fun because it's Ghostbusters is that same thing.
I would have been more pissed off with MIB International if it hadn't been called MIB International, because the way they did that it kind of states that this is its own thing in the MIB universe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not an MIB movie if you were to put the other three Men in Blacks up with it, but I think it's an okay movie on its own. It's fucking stupid funny, but it's just
to me, international opened the door to possibilities where we could have started going and following a whole different team, a whole different individual, and we could have hopped all over the fucking planet. And I think Ghostbusters could have done the same thing. Unfortunately, we hit a bad movie and people were like, oh, and so now they're like, please God, let this work. 60 million, holy shit.
I always had high hopes for this movie. Even from the first trailer that people were giving out about, that's when myself and Giz did the episode, kind of just been like, what the fuck's everybody's problem? Essentially, Joey, because it was so what? Do you know what I mean? To have a bunch of kids doing the Ghostbusters thing. So what? I was like, they're starting a new Ghostbusters, and it ties into the old Ghostbusters. You can tell by the fucking trailer that one of them is related to fucking Egon, I think.
Yeah, it's supposed to be his granddaughter.
Yeah. And they find all of the shit in her house.
The Midnight says their problem with McCarthy is it seems like they don't know how to direct her, so they just let her do her own thing. And that's what I mean by that one shtick.
That's what I meant by the 2016 film just felt like a McCarthy movie with Ghostbusters stuck onto it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Let's see.
Bill said Amy Schumer can't make her own fucking jokes. She copied everyone else's. That's a documented fact. So
see, I just I can't stand her, so I can't even agree with that.
I'll tell you what he did say that's very interesting. Helena Bonham Carter would have brought a lot to that 2016 Ghostbusters if they had a decent script. Her in as the fucking if they had her in, Helena Bonham Carter as the Egon style character in that 2016 Ghostbusters movie could have been fucking gold.
I could see it. Oh yeah, dude.
Could be fucking gold. The only problem is if Helena Bonham Carter's in there, where do you put in Johnny Depp?
You're right. But that's the only problem. In any conversation, it always goes back to had it had a decent script.
It's as I said, when Leslie Jones had that fucking wobbler, it was it's not that people didn't like your movie because there were women in it. People didn't like your movie because you made a shit fucking movie. That's the problem with the movie.
Just briefly, I answered. I just in my head figured out that if Helena Bonham Carter was in it as the Egon character, who would Johnny Depp be? Johnny Depp would be the Janine character.
Well, then where would Chris Hemsworth?
God, and he could just do his Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, I could
because the whole point is that Egon and Janine kind of, even in the cartoon, Janine. Did you know in the cartoon, right? Because the art style of Janine changed at one point, they answered it in an episode by saying that it was because she was possessed by making a wish that she would be more to Egon's liking, and the possession thing, kind of the fairy, whatever, turns around and goes, "Are you sure this is what you want? Don't you want to just be yourself?" So yeah, that was a thing.
Oh, that would be good. Holy shit. And then Bill said MIB International had great potential. However, the feel of the film was way more over the top than what MIB is. Yeah, and I kind of have to agree. They did kind of try to, and I don't know if that was just they were trying to answer the call of the other three films, hey, look at us, we're still the same, or whatever. It was, though. It was kind of they were trying to be flashier. And it just didn't have that same kind of MIB feel.
Will we move on?
Yes, yeah, you're back. So we're totally Ghostbustered out.
Does anyone have a preference about what news bit you want to move on to?
I just keep track of shit, so it's up to you, bro.
Okay. Do you want to? Will we just go through them in order for purposes of keeping track of shit?
If we do that, then you wind up like ending the show with the last two stories. So if you want to pick one and like jump to everybody else.
Okay. So sure, we'll do the stuff. So and just get that out of the way now. So one of my favorite directors of all time, and actually as a guerrilla / indie style filmmaker myself, he's a fucking god. Larry Cohen made a movie back in the 80s that got very famous for just being fantastically entertaining, fantastically full of strange white goop, and had an intoxicating storyline that drew people. Why are you looking at me like that? People like the stuff. It's not like I'm the only person that likes the stuff, right?
No. I want you to
stuff. Like if you ask any horror fan, like the stuff, it's a good fucking movie. If you ask any horror fan, any Larry Cohen
that you used.
Which?
In your head, I want you to rewind some of the words that you used. A lot of white goop that made a lot of people happy.
You've seen the stuff, yeah?
Yeah, I know. It's just
so.
The way that you said,
am I wrong?
Like,
am I wrong?
No, you're not fucking wrong.
Okay, fine. I'll reword it for fucking purposes of the internet. Some
there you go.
Fucking hypnotic space marshmallow shit that it fucking space everybody beach. Loves.
Yeah.
That put me off.
I like white. I like white goop. People love better as a better description.
Thank you, Buzz. I really appreciate that. Where's my stuff picture?
It stopped me from eating yellow fluff for a fucking while. So the movie did its fucking job, dude.
I appear to be having a slight issue where Where are all the fucking pictures I downloaded? Hang on, one moment.
We need to have like a technical difficulties thing, like pop-ups.
I think if we're doing that, it should just be a thing that's just there permanently. Like that's our loading window. 2 seconds. Let me just grab another image of the stuff. I bet you it was like some sort of WebM picture or something like that won't read in OBS or something.
Although I took
what are you look
fucking the color of the checkerboard.
Yeah, people seem to not like your checkerboard. Oh, that's right. I think you were supposed to change the color.
The only person that doesn't like the checkerboard is Rochi.
Carter doesn't like it either.
You don't like the okay, fine.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't like it.
2 seconds. Hang on. One moment, lads. What?
No. Rochi and Katie. It drove their OCD.
Well, they're literally two of our most regulars. So, okay.
Right.
Fucking Jesus Christ. Okay, fine. 2 seconds.
I don't look at the screen
in black metal brought up the black metal panel is what I need, not black metal. That brought up the whole wrong pictures.
I would say your point's not coming across because every time you try talking, Johnny's talking, and everything you say is just drowned out. So,
not Carter, Katie, and Rochi.
Yes, I heard. I got it.
Hey, you just said you didn't hear it.
Well, you kept going, so I didn't know if you were trying to say more. So I'm
always trying.
Just letting you know.
There's 4 of us, so like.
I know. That's the complications we have here. That's why we're gonna have to get to the point where it's just we're gonna have the moments where it's like everybody shut the fuck up, I'm talking.
That better. We just got a normal black fucking shutter. It's like we're just some fucking shop on the high street. Do you want to buy shoes? Maybe we sell shirts here at the GoreCast. I don't fucking know. How's that?
Meanwhile, behind the facade of an innocent-looking bookstore,
there's more. What bookstore? I literally just talked about selling pants and shirts. Are you hiding the bookstore in my clothes shop?
Yes.
Katie said I never actually said that. I don't know. I don't like it, but how did you know? You answered Rochi in the chat. He was like, dude, my OCD.
I was gonna say I remember both of you guys saying something about it.
Like you were like, oh, me too. So
just make a Giz checkerboard.
I supposedly
Joseph, you might be onto something.
No.
There you go.
It's just if I turn on Photoshop at the same time as I'm broadcasting and doing all of this stuff, my computer will probably just go fuck you and cut the stream.
Fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you and whatever fucking corrugated metal plating you wrote in on.
No, you totally did. Like Rochi had said something, Katie, and you were 1 or 2 comments behind him, like, dude, I know, me too.
Yeah, don't make me go back and watch the old episodes and then find it. I will do it. I have nothing else to do with my life.
I do.
Anyway, Larry.
Well, that's why I said I will do it, not you.
Larry Cohn, many a year ago, came out with a movie called The Stuff, as I said, and it's a good movie, and lots of people like the movie. And
Fucking awesome.
I'm just trying to pull up the news bit here because I'm not exactly sure of the ins and outs of it. Well, I know the ins and outs of it. So basically, there was an abandoned studio that people were clearing out, and they found a reel that is essentially a director's cut version of The Stuff, which up until finding that reel never existed, which is highly exciting. I'm just going to pull up, I think it was Bloody Disgusting, watch the article, but the guys, I will actually, because I follow them on Instagram and big fans of what they do. One moment, I just need to.
I gotta say, like, I'm not shocked, but I am shocked that
I actually found the story initially on Beer, Blood, and Body Slams over on Instagram. You should give them a follow.
Oh yeah,
page.
Dude, that is.
But I found all of the article side of things on Bloody Disgusting. So just so you know where I'm reading stuff from. Enough is enough. Enough is never enough, is what they say at the start, which is kind of part of the whole stuff line. Also, by the way, if you haven't seen the movie, catchiest product theme tune fucking ever.
Yes.
The late Larry Cohn tackled American marketing and consumerism in 1985's The Stuff, centered on a dessert sensation that begins consuming the consumers. The film has been released on home video at various different points over the years, most recently on Blu-ray by Arrow Video, but it seems a never before seen version of the movie is now lurking out there. The Denver film team just tweeted about a surprising find today, noting that they made a remarkable discovery while looking through the 35mm reel of The Stuff. The tweet continues, the print came from the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences, and is actually the director's cut with an extra 30 extra minutes of footage not found anywhere else. Stay tuned for more as we learn it in the 1985 cult classic starring Michael Moriarty, who's a fucking legend, by the way. But
dude,
fucking legend.
I hope this does not get tied up in some legal bullshit, and they are able to release a director's cut.
Don't see why. I don't see why there would be any legal bullshit. Do you know what I mean?
I worry because like that is an awesome find, and I would love to see what 30 more minutes of that film. Like I already thought it was fucking awesome, but to see what 30 more minutes of it would do,
I can't get enough of the puff.
I'd be all over that shit, dude.
Nobody got my cheese puff truck there.
Snacks. Don't have snacks.
Mad cheese piss.
I don't.
Dude, you have banshee bones like 2 inches away from you most of the time.
Yeah, but if I open them up, there'd be a lot of.
Right, let me get close to the mic. We got a bit of mukbang going.
I'm just saying, like, you two have snackables like within reach. Buzz just gets up whenever the fuck he wants to go get ice cream, and I'm just like,
whoa.
Like I can eat a tablet, or I can eat. What? This sucks.
Do you not have a bottle of booze to the right of you that you're just able to refill as needed?
Well, okay. If I was arguing booze, then that would make a total logical statement. I'm not
you see this right here, Carter?
Facts.
Yeah.
This is the tiny violin.
Can I say that your bow for your violin is drastically larger than the violin that you're trying to play on?
I know.
I think it was like, this is the world's tiniest violin, and then played a normal sized violin, which was weird.
Yeah. Yeah,
violin, you're going to go pluck a fucking ice cream out of the freezer when you feel like one. By the time you're back from the kitchen, the show's over.
Guess what? Hi, damn, my God. I had a stroke. That's how angry I am. I don't fucking take that long to go get food.
No, I said if I do it.
Oh. I
gotta crawl through the fucking house, climb up to the freezer, come back. Show's over. I'm like, guys, oh shit. All right, cool.
Why don't you put something beside you?
Snackables?
Yeah, why don't you bring something next to you?
I need to add snackables.
Like, essentially what you're giving out about is us all being in school and going to the schoolyard for lunch and you brought no lunch. That's not my fucking fault. Why'd you bring no lunch, motherfucker?
No, I'm saying, like, holy shit, I need snackables. This sucks.
According to Katie, what you just described is like Freya, making you confirmed as a Norse goddess.
I'm going to need you to repeat all of that.
Yep.
According to Katie, what the character described is like Freya, meaning the character is like a Norse goddess. Confirmed.
I don't remember any of the Norse goddess or gods stories involving ice cream.
I think she's referring to the way that you described having to get to the fridge.
Well, I mean, like, it's a short house, but I take a long time to travel, so I don't know. Like, I guess
I don't know why you take longer to travel. You're on fucking wheels. If anything, you should be quicker than anyone else.
No. No.
Oh, hang on. Whoa. My mistake. She meant if you got a sled and attached it to your cat and had the cat go get you food.
Okay. Yeah, my cats are not that fucking smart. Mine are like window lickers. Like special legs.
That's
Yeah,
phrase.
I've got a cat that irritates himself by like just smacking the fucking door. Like
that's Carter's catchphrase.
Do you know what you should do? Is that'd actually make life worse for you on one side of the journey, actually. And now that I think about it, it's also, I think, a structural impossibility to do that without there being major issues. I was going to say, why don't you just tilt your house?
Yeah, that would definitely be harder.
I think pre-bringing snacks would be a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah, bring snacks. I was going to say tilt your house, so if you do need to go to the kitchen, technically the fact that you are on wheels will make you quicker than us, because all you really have to do is turn and let gravity handle it from there.
Yeah, but then unless you can tilt it the other direction, he's
that's what I was like. Oh no, that actually makes the journey way worse on one side of it, to be honest. So I was like,
I actually don't use my chair in the house. I just crawl everywhere.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, maybe one day one of those
that's the case, you'd
teleport
really
things
need to tilt your house if you're just going to slide into the kitchen.
Right, but then it's an uphill battle to like.
Yeah, I'm aware that there's flaws in the plan, man. I only came up with it 30 seconds ago. I need to work out the
put it on a remote control tilt. Put it on a remote control tilt.
You mean like those anti-earthquake tilt things in Japan?
Yes, sure. I was thinking more like on something you might see at a fair.
I know way too much about architecture than I should. Believe it or not.
Hopefully, one of these days that like those little teleporters would be like made like in The Simpsons.
Wouldn't that be the shit?
Or the episode.
Do you
with
mean
the fly,
like
where he just reaches his hand in through the door, and at the other end, the other end is in front of the refrigerator, and you just stick your hand through.
Is it sad that when I saw Homer do that, I was like, all of the times I watched Jeff Goldblum in The Fly, and that's the only time I've ever sat down and been like, that's genius.
Didn't he try to like pee in it one time and like at the other end of the back of the toilet? Oh, Simpsons, you are so relatable.
I just have to like live the life of Joseph and just always have snacks next to me. I always have
consolation. Are you actually hungry?
No, it was just
because you can go get a snack if you want. It's cool. I literally hopped off there 2 minutes ago to take a phone call.
That's very unprofessional, walking off the screen during a fucking
He's the guy that pays our bills.
Is that the ice cream truck that
if he rings, I answer.
Look, right. No, I'm just saying, like, from now on, I just need to, like, clear off this for, like, snackables.
Get this bread, Carter. Get these snackables.
Fuck right. Yeah, no, oddly.
Yeah, like
I don't use my
always has snacks beside him. Preparedness. I like that.
If you see next to me on my TV stand, which is right next to me here, got empty Payday wrappers, Snicker wrappers, drinks, like everything's.
Why did you just bring rubbish?
I don't know how well these things have been. It's garbage because I already ate them. But
I have cigarette packs.
Oh my god, my drink attacked me! Oh god! Oh god, my drink attacked me. Okay.
Anyway, that's me done on the stuff, I think, because that's pretty much all the news. But yeah, hopefully that gets a release with the 30 minutes of extra footage. Because
it says, Buzz, it's less unprofessional to take a call than walk away for ice cream. I don't know. Like, sometimes you just got to have, like, some fucking ice cream. Just like sometimes.
What happens if we're sponsored by ice cream and I was doing them? I mean, we're not, but I mean, what happens if we were.
If we were
feel like
sponsored
a
by ice cream, I would have been like, A, when did this happen? B, why don't any of us get ice cream? And C, are you
Hey, I've been doing some
getting
side
financial
deals.
remuneration or reciprocation for it?
Yeah, I've been doing some side deals.
Okay.
Fair enough. Oh, by the way, just say hello, Best, because he just popped up in the
Best.
comments feed. Hello.
How are you? One of the reasons before we move on, I would be very interested to see this extra 30 minutes of Larry Cohen's The Stuff, is because with his guerrilla filmmaking style, there customarily wasn't a lot of unused footage in a movie by Larry Cohen. Like he'd find some use for everything, you know. So for there to be a full 30 minutes of unused footage in there, I'd be interested as to what it is. I'm assuming it's probably just some long versions of the murders or the people getting eaten by the stuff.
The stuff.
Well, I don't know. There's so many different spots in that film that could be stretched out for a couple seconds here, a couple minutes there. Like, I don't know. Like, I'd love to see it because I already thought, like, as a whole, it was already a good film. Like, they already had explanations and fear and blah, blah, blah. So, like, I really wouldn't mind seeing where that extra 30 minutes kind of got broken up into or put at.
Yeah, and to be honest, any excuse to watch the stuff again, I'm always down for. I fucking love Larry Cohen. He's so good.
Fuck right, dude. My kid's
He's so
old
good.
enough that I was finally able to fucking show her that, and she's like, I'm like, yeah.
He's what I aim for with all of the GoreCast stuff, because the guy was literally a legend in getting a lot with little. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Anyway, next
Joseph was like great mashup for food and mashup of food of the gods and the stuff.
Yes. That's best. Okay, who's next? Who wants to do what? When? What are we doing?
Not heard from Bill or Bill. Jesus, he's always right there now. All right, Buzz or
Well, next on the list would be the Mother Android, if we're going back in order.
Android, okay.
Which would be
Mother
Jason.
Android.
That's up to me.
Wow.
Mother Android.
Huh?
Mother
Sure, Bill.
Android is the directorial debut of Mattson Tomlin,
Say it
who
correctly.
recently wrote. What?
Say it correctly.
I did. Mattson Tomlin.
No. Debut. Say it correctly.
What the fuck are you talking
butt?
about?
The butt.
I'm not
butt.
Matt friggin' Riddle.
Why not?
Because Matt
Why does
Riddle
he
isn't
say
Matt
that?
Riddle anymore. He's just Riddle.
No, he was Randy Orton last night.
He was
I
Randy
couldn't-
Orton last night. Yeah.
He was very convincing.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to what I was talking about, like I said, Mother Android is the directorial debut of Mattson Tomlin, who recently wrote the script for the upcoming The Batman. The film
The
stars
Batman.
Chloe Grace Moretz as an expectant mother who, along with her boyfriend Sam, are trying to get to a place of safety since, well, once again, how can I put this? AI's gone knucking futs the way we always said it was going to go knucking futs. It's trying to take over the world. Nowhere we're safe. Why the hell do you keep trying to do AI? Brr. So in this case,
Even Elon Musk said it's a bad idea, and he's a very smart man. Why don't people listen to the smart man?
In this case, Georgia, who is Chloe Grace Moritz's character, and her boyfriend Sam have to get past No Man's Land, which is a massive stronghold of the android uprising,
Oh,
in the hopes of safety before before Georgia has to give birth. The trailer for it does look pretty cool. It's your usual post-apocalyptic kind of thing where humanity is kind of left scrapping. The AI are very Terminator-like in that they look like humans, flashing blue eyes, and their movements are almost like swarm zombies at some points. It's one of the interesting things that I saw is that you see Georgia and Sam at one point, they've got like waistcoats with bits of electronics on them. And the only thing I can think is that if they give off an electronic signal, maybe they're trying to fool the AI into thinking that they are AI, possibly. I don't know.
All I'm going to do in that situation is rub you up the wrong way, shove you into whatever canal that they're all fucking hanging around and go, dinner's up! And when they come near, just wait for natural selection to happen. Whatever one's managed to survive your EMP, the better.
Yes, but unfortunately, they don't have a giz to savior them. So they have to make do with, whatever local rebellion has managed to stave off getting stamped out by the tyrannical robot overlords that they
should always have a
created
giz.
on
Always,
themselves.
if there's any AI-related shenanigans going on,
Always
you
have
need
a
a
giz.
giz. Which you'll be able to buy on American Horror
Contact.
soon. Wait for the adverts to drop.
What the smeg? Am I being
I don't know.
already?
Oh yeah, dude.
Aren't you allowed to tickle him?
Oh, I cannot
Ow, my
wait for that
shoulder
shit
popped.
to drop.
I heard that.
I cannot wait for a tickle me gizmo.
Oh my gosh, my body's falling apart.
See, last time it was my spine that cracked across continents. Now it was your shoulder.
Oh, that hurt.
Can't get enough.
Anyway, Mother Android is due to come out from Hulu on December 17th. If for anyone interested, there is a trailer up on YouTube, which is quite good and does lead me to believe that it will be hopefully an interesting story. What I'm hoping for
King Kazama, welcome to the chat, sir. How are you?
Hello. What I'm hoping for is that we actually get something in the way of the story that we haven't seen before, because obviously it's very easy to draw comparisons to Terminator, well, actually mainly Terminator, I suppose, is the main one that pops into my head. What with the whole pregnant chick trying to get away from killer robots.
Except this time it's loads of killer robots opposed to one killer robot.
Like, don't get me wrong, dude. I dig Girl. She did awesome and fucking kick ass. I liked her neighbors
And that
too.
movie we reviewed.
She's voicing Wednesday in the current Addams Family animated stuff.
And do you remember she was in that movie recently? Do you know where she was like a fighter pilot?
Shadow in the Cloud.
That was
that was
fucking great.
No, it wasn't.
That was great fun.
That was a fucking whale of a time.
That was a good film.
No.
And Hit Girl looked like she could knock you the fuck out. That girl was fucking jacked.
No. I totally dug fucking Hit Girl and Kick Ass. But she did one a while back called like The Fifth Wave.
doing
and
good, King.
Shadow in the Cloud.
I like that movie. What can I say? I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed Shadow in the Clouds as well.
I don't know, dude. I didn't really care for it much.
Me too.
So
nice.
No,
sorry, character.
You didn't see it. No.
I felt left out.
No.
His
vote does not count. His vote does not count. He didn't see it.
Didn't we review it on the show?
Yeah.
No, you guys did. We did not.
He was very angry about that too. No, you guys.
Have you seen the movie, Buzz?
No, I was just picking a side. I don't know. I felt left out. You guys were all like, "Yeah, no, I liked it." No, I didn't.
I know.
And I didn't have any input, so I put input.
Watch that motherfucker.
All right then.
You guys actually think if I don't have to watch it for the show, I actually watch it?
I don't know. Maybe you enjoy watching films like the rest of us.
The more we do podcasts together, the more I'm like, maybe he doesn't enjoy movies.
Right.
I enjoy good movies.
I'm like,
It was a
well,
good movie.
out of four of us, there's like three of us that just have trouble sleeping, so we watch a lot of weird shit at like 3 a.m.
See, I never have trouble sleeping. I guess that's my problem.
I don't have trouble
dude.
sleeping either. I put on an audiobook and let it just drift off. Then wake up to that whole learn Japanese while you
Like
sleep.
sometimes I'll have a problem where it's like maybe 15 minutes. I'm like kind of tossing and turning, but then it's like not enough to watch a movie. Or if I have explosive diarrhea and I'm sick, then maybe. But you know,
why would that be
really
when you
having
watch a
trouble
movie?
Well, you got to do something when you're sitting on the toilet.
Roach, you just went to whatever we're recasting Buzz. If we recast Buzz, it's just going to be another person under the name of Buzz. I'm going to do a Roseanne on it where I'm just going to swap. Just going to swap people out and just be like, wait, wasn't that a different dude last week? No, big guy, ginger beard, wears a hat, Buzz. That's him there. Didn't he have an American accent last week? No. I think you'll find.
So Joseph,
it's worse. I'm pretty sure I can do it.
Joseph just said Stephanie McMahon announced her oldest daughter is training to be a wrestler.
She's probably going to get dropped after a week and a half.
I was just about to say she's already been best endeavored.
I was wondering, like, does Bud like make?
She got a future endeavoring.
Yeah. She will too. I mean, I won't lie to you. Honest to God, I think that Vince McMahon is trying to kill Triple H. That's why I think a lot of these I honest to God think that's what a lot of these
potential
releases are all about. Because every time Triple H has a cardiac event and he comes back, it's just like he released how many since Jesus, Stephanie,
and he's made everything tie-dyed. What?
Pat Patterson can't. I was reading Bill's comment. You mean training to be groomed by Pat Patterson? Pat Patterson's dead, so he can't be grooming anybody.
Dark Bill.
So drop that.
Wait for it to get darker. Wait for it.
You're encouraging it now.
No, I don't.
Like,
it's
Dad, that's your.
I already can't see. That's how dark it
if
is.
that's your granddaughter, you just like send her off. Like she has to like be the best, even if she's not as good wrestler of the company.
I also heard the youngest daughter wants to be Vince McMahon. From what I read, like that she doesn't want to be a wrestler. She doesn't want to do what Mommy and Daddy does. She wants to do what Pop does. I'm like, what? Ruin people's lives and
I would imagine she means
them
run
off
the
the dime of
company
the
opposed to having Granddad tell me what to do. Why wouldn't you want to be like me or your dad? Have you seen how many times Granddad's nearly killed Dad in the last 6 months, Mom? I don't want to be in that position. I give the heart attacks, not receive them.
Bill says
she probably pours a bottle of water over her head and goes, just walks off out of the room.
So
it's
Bill
all
says
about the game, motherfuckers.
So Bill says
That's
darker.
her fucking Vince McMahon walk.
No chance.
Oh, I suddenly see like a little kid. Fuck.
All about the game, bitches.
No. If he's doing that, if she's doing that walk, then it's you got no chance of convincing me to be a wrestler. No chance in hell.
Honey, you are grounded for talking to your dad like that. Get up to your room.
No
That's
chance.
what you've got.
I fucking walk up the stairs. Cool, Mom. Fuck
Gonna
it.
walk around singing this song. Popcop's coming around doing what I want to do. Oh,
Shit.
right. That's wrestler.
That's
You mean part of the sporting entertainment superstar that's totally not signed to a contract, that totally allowed to do her own stuff outside WWE, except that she's not.
Yes.
Nailed it, Rochi.
Yes.
Swish. Kobe. All that kind of thing. Well done. Right, next news bit. I believe we are finished on Android Lady.
I believe we
There
are.
will not be cotton candy mixed with fucking Dr. Pepper. That's an atrocity. And I'm bothered that you are that happy about that, Katie. No.
That made me sick in my mouth.
No. Yes. yes.
Like that's
Not make my
Throw
fucking
up in my mouth a little bit.
cotton candy. Good God.
Who likes
Vince
cotton
walks
candy
like
that's
he
not
shits his pants,
5
so
years
stand
old?
back. Yep.
Oh,
Nailed
dude.
it.
Everybody.
What?
No, dude, I like cotton candy separately. Like, I don't want to fucking drink it. That's fucked
Cotton
up.
candy. I'm all down for cotton candy. And do you know what? I'm
Yes,
not
but just
adverse
not
to
mixed
Dr.
with
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Right.
I don't like the two of them together though. I can't see how the cherryness weirdly.
I don't know though. I mean, it's still different, but Dr. Pepper cream soda is fucking
But that's
amazing.
cream soda though, just made by Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, that works. It's still got Dr. Pepper flavor
But it's
No,
cream
okay,
soda.
but
mixed in with some cream soda.
like cream soda makes a whole different fucking deal, though.
Rochi nailed it. He just went, diabetes.
Yeah.
Right, what's the next news bit? Buzz.
Up to you, bro.
It's up to Buzz. He hasn't done one yet.
Hold on. Yeah, I was gonna say,
I knew it. She meant it's Dr. Pepper flavored cotton candy, not cotton candy flavored Dr. Pepper.
I'm still equally disgusted
It's
no
still
matter
the
what
same.
way the equation works.
No. We're good. We're good. It's
Did
cool.
you just know me?
Carter's fine with it.
Shit, because like
Yeah,
You can't know my fucking opinion. It's not my fault you have no fucking taste buds.
no. That's like sugar just dissolving in my mouth, tasting like Dr. Pepper.
Do you
That's
know how else
fucking
you can get that? Pour some sugar in your mouth and then drink some Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Or I could fucking eat it. Being, I don't know, pink, blue, green, fucking sugary cloud. Who doesn't want to eat a cloud and be like, tastes like Dr. Pepper? This guy. Like, that was fucking awesome.
I'll
dude.
eat a cloud for you any time of the week, but clouds are made of water, not spun out
Dr. Pepper.
not spun out sugar covered in Dr. Pepper. Like, if I eat a cloud, I don't think my teeth feel like
that is
grit
what's wrong
afterwards.
with
I'll put it that way.
No, that is what's wrong with fucking cloud. They should fucking taste like fucking Dr. Pepper.
Wait, what's happening?
Are you saying
right
what's
now?
wrong with clouds is the fact that they're not candy floss flavored Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
Imagine the sticky mess that is rain in your world now.
Cup outside the window, wait to fucking take a drink, bro.
Yeah, cool. And then you got to go to the shops to get some actual fucking food, and you get stuck to the fucking pavement.
I don't know about you, but I got.
No, not if you walk outside with your mouth open, just go.
I got DoorDash. I'm not stepping in anything sticky. I learned that lesson a long time ago.
So you're gonna kill innocent drivers to bring you stuff?
Yes.
Oh.
Huh?
Okay. Just making sure.
I learned not to step in.
Do the
There we go. No, it doesn't need to happen.
Do the you won't be alone, which is chick with a gun, I think.
Well, that will Buzz.
That's I know.
Noomi Rapace.
Buzz is the one saying this. That's why, because he asked me to do one, and I was telling him which one to do.
Oh well, Bill, that's a fucking escalation. All right.
Sorry, what are we putting on?
The you won't be alone. The one with the chick and the gun.
Yes. Lady with a shotgun. Okay.
Yes. Shotgun lady. Okay. So we got a new film coming out pretty soon in January, almost at the end of January. So it's kind of close to February.
January is not ever a good release month for horror movies.
No. This film is called You Won't Be Alone, and it is starring Noomi Rapace, whatever the fuck her name is. I can't say it.
I'll give it a go. 2 seconds. You keep reading.
Noomi Rapace.
There you go.
I dig it.
It says the film is what?
I was just saying I dig her as an actress.
Oh.
No, Noomi Rapace?
Yeah, I think it's Noomi Rapace. Or yeah.
She did that fucking.
Okay. Let's all say it. Let's all try to say it.
She did that movie with Will Smith and Bright. She was the one chasing down the wand.
She was also
in one of the Alien movies.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Bad Alien movie.
Covenant, right?
Oh shit! I don't.
Covenant. Yeah.
Stop talking about that.
Okay.
Stop talking about that. He's going to go off.
Sure, because there's a lot of bad ones.
Yes. He's going to go off. Stop talking about that. I can already smell it.
That's fine.
I just like her. That's all.
She was in an Alien movie. We don't talk about it, and we just move on. Okay.
She was in the second Sherlock Holmes movie as well.
Okay, well that's perfect. That's fine. Oh, she was like the TV lady kind of thing.
There you go.
So the film is set on an isolated mountain village in the 19th century Macedonia. The film follows a young girl who's kidnapped and then transformed into a witch by an ancient spirit. Curious about life as a human, the young witch accidentally kills a peasant in a nearby village and then takes her victim's shape to live life in her skin. Her curiosity ignited, she continues to wield this horrific power in order to understand what it means to be human. You Won't Be Alone marks the future debut.
Thank you.
By Australian Macedonian writer-director Goran Stoloveski, Christina Caton from the Babadook and the Nightingale, and Sam Jennings Cargo produces. The film also stars other people because she's not by herself. So the film comes out January 28th.
Am I correct in saying that the witch with the magical witch powers on the mountain is the lady with the shotgun?
I don't know, because I'm reading the thing and I'm like, none of this matches up to the picture that was provided. So sure.
Rochi said, evidently, the Mist remake is 14 years old today.
Was there a remake? I don't think
the TV show. TV show.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
Bill, you gotta fucking quit, dude. You're killing me.
Why didn't
the TV show?
Angelina Jolie attend Paul Walker's funeral? I love Paul Walker. He's a goddamn national treasure. I'm not even reading the rest of that joke.
But you have to, dude. You read one, you got to finish.
All right, guys, we'll just take a minute. We got to read the chats. We'll be technical difficulties. Oh, there's an awkward silence going on right now.
There's an awkward silence going on in the chat. Even Roachy is like, "What the fuck, Bill?" That's Roachy.
You're killing Carter.
R.I.P. Paul Walker, your goddamn national treasure. Ignore Bill.
R.I.P. Carter.
You see that, Bill? You killed our co-host. Good stuff.
It's kind of nice.
Carter, he's really trying to get a spot on the show.
It's kind of nice to see him try to kill somebody else apart from me for a change.
No, he's not alive. Okay.
I see. Might be a good time to maybe mute his mic so people are hearing it choking to death.
Okay, we'll just move on to the next news.
I disconnected it so you guys could hear me coughing.
Oh, yeah. Don't hear it at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
I seriously thought you were throwing up off.
Yeah, you did, man.
I'm good.
Okay.
That hit me so much funny. Should have.
So, You Won't Alone will be hitting theaters January 28th, 2022. So go to your theaters and watch a confusing movie about the 19th century, even though the picture, I don't think depicts that. So we'll see.
Oh, no, you got flashback capability. I mean, like, you unlock.
This looks like it's going, maybe, yeah.
Like you unlock some shady shit. We flash back to.
That jacket she's wearing does not look like it's from the 19th century.
Definitely.
Or witch attire, to be honest. Let's be fair.
Yeah, she looks like she's just someone just out on a stroll. Ready to
I
go.
think that picture is taken from a different.
Look at the barrel.
I think that picture is taken from a different film that she's in. They might not have had a picture.
That would make sense. Though.
They might not have had a picture for the upcoming movie right now.
You know what?
So just
that makes a whole fuck ton of sense.
Bloody disgusting. Next time, please say picture above, not from movie.
I bet you if I look at the article, it says picture from underneath it. 1 minute.
If it does, then
yeah, I'm going to double check that just before we get fucking someone be like,
right. Sometimes like there's some
I don't know though. I typed in the movie title because I couldn't picture that I got from Bloody Disgusting wouldn't work, and when I went to Google, that was the picture that I got was the one that you got on the screen.
Because Google probably showed you the artical that Bloody Disgusting put up with the thumbnail attached to it.
Google was right twice tonight. We are not gonna bad talk Google.
Sure we are.
Google will shut this shit down because they own YouTube.
That's not incorrect, sadly.
So if you
in Buzz's
talk
defense,
Google,
it doesn't say that the picture is from a different movie.
Thank you.
So
okay, you know what?
I'm not completely useless.
Again, though, that could be a flashback. Like that could be a still, and they flash back to whatever.
I love Paul Walker too, Tristan.
I guess
he's a goddamn national treasure.
We'll all just have to watch the movie on January 28th
and figure out, is she a witch? Is that a witch with a shotgun, or is that a fucking still from a completely different movie?
Yeah, stay tuned.
Dude,
right, next news bit. If memory serves me correctly, we started with Carter. So is there another news bit from Carter?
I have.
Yes, you have the Amityville thing.
What he said. So
Amityville. Amityville. What was the picture for Amityville again?
Zombie.
It's the one with the chick
backwards. Yeah. There we go. Amityville. Whoa, you're a big picture.
Really fucked up. So basically, we were saying this is the newest film from the infamous town of Amityville, New York. Lionsgate has thrown up a Amityville Uprising.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Just watch the trailer, because Lord.
Dear. Before you even get into that description, I'm going to have to throw out some reservations I have about the movie. Right. Is this essentially going to be a zombie movie, but with Amityville possessed demon people instead of zombies?
I can only confirm half of that.
Buzz just said that in a real sort of, I fucking wish that was the movie you were on about.
Yeah. Watch the trailer. Just watch the trailer.
Do you want to do a trailer reaction?
Oh yeah, please.
Okay, you do
I'll
your
get it
little
for
news
you.
bit, and I'll go through the news bit, and I'll sort out the trailer. Amityville Resurrection, you said, yeah?
No.
Do you want me to get it for you?
No, it should be okay. Amityville Uprising, yeah?
Right. So, again, like I said, Lionsgate has a new Amityville film for us, and if it was possession and zombies, that would make it so much fucking cooler. Unfortunately, this one is just about the zombies. Let's see.
Wait,
chemical
sorry.
blast.
There's an Amityville movie, and it's a zombie movie. Is that what?
Oh, it's totally.
it gets worse.
Totally
It gets
zombie.
worse. It's Return of the Living Dead Part
It's
3.
bad.
It's
Except without,
a,
the fun, except without the fun hot goth chick.
a chemical blast.
Maybe. We don't know. We haven't seen it yet.
I'm
A
pretty
chemical
certain.
blast at a military base sets off a supernatural disaster in this tense action horror thriller. Sergeant Dash tries to keep the peace at the local police station. The explosion unleashes a toxic acid rain that dissolves the flesh of anyone trapped in it. Even worse, it causes the dead to rise again. And, of course, attack the fucking living. Can Dash and his fellow officer, Nina Rossi, figure out who is friend and who is foe, fend off the attacks, and defend their colleagues until the savage cataclysm subsides?
How?
Right. I mean,
To me,
we're just pretty much batting down the hatches, waiting for the rain to fucking stop, and then killing a bunch of fucking zombies.
I'm also probably gonna take a shot. Maybe the people that flesh are like dropping from their skin might be the people that are not on your side.
Possibly.
It's
just briefly, going to say hello to Charlotte, who's joined us in the comments. And if you think that's bad, Charlotte, you should see some of the other mad shit Bill's put in the fucking feed.
Also, welcome to the chat, Charlotte. How are you?
Yeah,
it's fine Tuesday night. Yeah, that sounds crap.
This just sounds like let's take a look at Return of the Living Dead Part 3
What
and shave off all the
franchise
cool stuff
haven't
and
we
stick it
shoved
into
movies
Amityville.
into yet? I think is where they went for. They were like, okay.
The funny thing is, I think it has nothing to do with obviously the Amityville house.
Right.
No, it's just set in Amityville.
Yeah, this is like Amityville, New York, and some bad shit popped off. I feel like the whole police station. I feel like the whole police station thing is like, oh, well, that's a little bit Resident Evil. Oh, acid rain. Okay, that's not zombies.
Acid rain.
Like I just
burning all my skin all off again. Acid rain.
Rain.
I thought he was doing Prince. Acid
hair and
rain.
skull away to brain. Acid rain. Sorry, I'll stop now.
Do it like Prince. Do it like Prince. Acid rain, acid rain,
acid rain. Oh.
And I feel
I gotta make a GoreCast album.
Who's friend or who's?
We're already in the middle of rewriting one fucking famous song from the '80s. Give it a break. Children,
and
that's
who's
Winston.
But I feel like we're just trying to cram in as much bullshit. So really, at this point, Possessions would have just been another awesome topper to this weird fucked up cake.
Well, I'll tell you something
I'm
for
surprised
nothing.
they didn't say that the acid rain was possessed, and that's why
I'll tell you
everyone was
something for
going
nothing
back.
before we get into this trailer reaction. In the brief 5 seconds I had it on, I already saw what can only be described as a very questionable looking explosion.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot more questionable things.
Will we do a trailer reaction?
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh yeah.
Okay, right. I need to do.
I think I know what my reaction is.
I already wanted to poke my eyes out of my eye sockets already once today, so let's try it again.
I have a funny
maybe an acid rain will come down and hit my eyeballs and turn me into a zombie. God, that just doesn't make any sense. Jesus Christ, I hate this already.
Oh no. I know it's really big.
Toxic acid rain is on its way to Long Island.
I'd say the rain has turned into a highly corrosive form of hydrochloric acid.
I don't know the extent of what it can do.
A contagious curse.
Ma'am, I can assist you. Ma'am, please come back inside. It's raining.
contact.
We need help. What happened to you?
Okay, one moment.
Jeez, man.
Boop.
Oh.
Stop the trailer just for 1 second while we wait for Giz to return. No, you're not. No, I think you'll find we can't. No, I'm looking at you in the Skype thing.
I see it.
Now I can see you moving. Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
There we go. Now you're back. Why is your window difference? What the fuck is going on here?
I don't know.
Will you do me a favor? Will you hang up your call and come back in, please? I love the way he shucks his eyes up to the air like I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. Like, haunted rain, haunted rain. Got a big blue Skype window that's right about Giz's size. Yes, that's no. Why does it keep changing you? Okay.
I think it's because I'm coming in while you're doing the screen share.
Maybe. Okay, we'll just leave Giz in mini square form while we watch the. Do you need to come? Are you in screen share now?
Yeah, I can see everything perfectly.
All right. Okay, we will give this movie a second go now. Remember, talk over it. Although I feel that we probably don't need to worry about the copyrights.
I would say I don't think
you didn't really hear a lot of music so far.
Righty. Trailer. Boop. Here we go.
Good morning, Long Island!
I thought they were in Amityville.
I'm already good stuff.
Toxic acid rain is on its way to Long Island.
I'd say the rain has turned into a highly corrosive form of hydrochloric acid.
I don't know the extent of what it can do.
A contagious curse.
Melt your fucking face off.
They have a proper voiceover guy though for the trailer. That's nice.
I know. That's where all the budget is.
Oh, right. Okay. Melting acid rain.
Once it makes contact.
We need help.
I'll tell you for something, even the way they have the text popping up just on a black fucking font that's like out of some random Photoshop background. Very dodgy.
Okay, you know what? Joseph just called it like they stole the idea from the tree.
Alright, we need to clear the station.
Yeah, it is the case.
Screw the alleyway.
Yeah.
Acid rain.
But it's not Joseph because it's in Amityville.
Right.
There's something.
That is acid rain.
That thing was a man. I just killed a dead guy.
Dirty, he wasn't dead.
Rise.
Yeah.
Scott C. Road, Tank Jones, Michael Ferguson.
We need to at least try to make a call for help. Yeah, I'd love to hear that call. This is Amityville Station 3. We're under siege by zombies.
We got one of those bendy people that are able to walk upside down, obviously.
Right.
Very good. Very good. Explain to me that. Here's what I'm wondering, right?
Amityville
Explain
Uprising.
to me why, if they're just zombies, why is she walking upside down on her? Why is she the only zombie that decides to crab walk?
He's a cheerleader.
Well, okay. We also.
All right. Okay.
Because of acid
Okay.
rain.
She's a cheerleader.
We don't know if she's the only one.
I have to say,
there's like 50 of
well
them.
done on your abilities to spot a cheerleader outfit from fucking 500 yards away, because I didn't clock that it was a cheerleader.
I knew
No, I
it was a
didn't either.
cheerleader from the second I saw the photo originally.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now, bro, and I did not call cheerleader.
Yeah, I just
Like,
thought it was a T-shirt or
I'm
something.
still
I
staring
was too
at it.
busy looking at her big
Yeah.
upside down, ripped off face. To be honest, when I looked
No,
at the
look
picture.
at the V and everything. It's clearly a cheerleader outfit.
No,
well,
I
you
see
know
it
way more
now.
about cheerleaders than I do. Right,
Thank
let's stop
you.
screen sharing and
Right.
see if this fixes Giz's camera. No. Yes. Okay, good. We're back to normal. Well, that looks questionable.
Diabolical.
I'm just gonna say two things. All right.
Also,
Number one is congrats on like spotting a fucking cheerleader outfit with X like dimensions to work with. Just gonna put that
Thank
out
you.
there. No.
I have skills.
Own it. Thank you. You have skills that I do not. So thank you. All right. And I'll even say it less questionably than you did.
Yeah.
Two, Rochi's like, hey, but if it's acid, doesn't that technically need to be acid and like melt all the fucking buildings?
No, he said, doesn't that technically need to be acid? And hydrochloric acid will melt all melt through their buildings. You are correct. Yes, hydrochloric acid will melt.
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw, and I was like, "Why the fuck isn't the buildings melting down?"
Because hydrochloric acid will pretty much go
people
through
into zombies.
everything.
Right.
Guys, you got to remember this is movie acid.
Yeah,
movie
no,
acid is different than real acid.
Movie acid
This
only
is
melts
zombie
what we want it to melt. Like, for instance,
This is
the way
this
it only
is
melted a
nuclear
bit of
zombie
those
acid.
zombies' faces off, but the rest of their bodies that were definitely
This
hitting
is-
the same acid didn't melt. It's that kind of thing. Like, realistically,
Yeah,
it should just
this
be
is
a
the
big horde
acid
of
that does.
mushy-looking skeletons that are chasing us around the place. But, because it's movie acid, just little bits of them melt off. You know?
Right.
It's like
Like,
every 500 drops.
This is the
there's a
acid that
melting one.
does.
It's that kind of
Movie
scenario.
acid.
This is the acid that does whatever the plot.
Right.
needs
Movie acid will melt a car in scene 2, but then like save everybody in a fucking Humvee in like scene 6. So it doesn't fucking matter.
If they show it melting through one fucking block of concrete, I'm going to be like, "You're going to have Lucy. You got
It's the same acid they used in that.
What?
What is that one movie we watched?
What?
Fuck.
What was it?
I forgot.
No, it melted through.
It was. No, it was the. What was that? No, it did melt stuff. Never mind. What was that one movie that we fucking watched with? They were running and they had to like hide, and there was acid raining down. It was something we watched. Oh my god, what the fuck was the name?
That covers like 10% of the shit I've already watched.
It was a sequel to something. Fuck. I don't know.
Okay.
It's not that important anymore.
You see, the disadvantage of myself and Giz and Carter also watching movies on our off time is that we've seen a lot of people get melted by acid.
I'm like 5%, 6, 4.
Isn't that
like,
Resident? Isn't that
They
Resident
started-
Evil movie coming out soon, or TV series or whatever?
Yeah.
Raccoon City.
Isn't that
I'm
soon?
just,
It's out this week. This week, I think.
oh, so I can watch Masters of the Universe Part 2 and then wash it all away with Resident Evil.
Hang on a second, I'll tell you now.
I'm sorry.
I'm holding high hopes.
sorry.
I am holding high hopes that the reason Kevin Smith got so arsey and uppity at everybody is because that all of the shit people gave out about is kind of like, if it had come out as 20 episodes, you wouldn't be fucking complaining. But you were arguing with the fact that we're in the middle of a storyline. Or it isn't. And it just follows on exactly the way everyone thinks it's going to. And I'm going to be well fucking angry because I kept all of my reservations about that tucked down inside because I was like, I'm only halfway through the storyline. All of this stuff there could be plot notes for reasonings for this happening. If there fucking want to be, because I'm watching it once this is finished.
Resident Evil is in cinemas. Resident Evil is in cinemas November 24th, by the way.
That is
cinema?
Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
I thought that was a TV release.
No, it's a movie release. There's a different Raccoon City TV show coming out as well. Or
And
sorry,
the
not
movie
Raccoon
that I
City.
was
There's a different
thinking of was
Resident Evil TV show coming out as well, I believe.
Fuckers.
The movie I was thinking of was this escape room movie.
Oh,
you are completely correct. Where they're out in the cars.
Yes.
In the
Yes,
train.
and there's a raining acid. Yes.
Thank you.
That
totally
was hydrofluoric
forgot about that
acid,
shit.
which is less.
Oh, less movie
Well, no,
acid.
it hydrofluoric acid will melt flesh and stuff, but it wouldn't go through steel and things like that. Hydrochloric acid will melt through fucking whatever
Everything.
unless, except for Teflon plastic, if memory serves me correctly.
So go you, Buzz, because I completely forgot we watched Escape
There's some
2.
specific plastic it
Perspex.
doesn't melt through, I think.
Perspex.
Polyethylene? No, it's not Perspex. Because I remember in Breaking Bad, they melted your man with hydrochloric acid, but they had to move all the gunk in special containers because it doesn't melt the containers. Whatever
Except he
the
didn't, he
whatever
put
the
'em in the
plastic, the
bathtub.
barrels that hydrochloric acid comes in, it's that plastic. Polyethylene or something like that.
I didn't realize it was plastic. Okay.
Bill made me do it. What did he do? Oh, no, Rochi, don't do that. Paul Walker crashing through. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I wonder if there'll be a channel that are going to get banned because of our comment section.
Yeah.
So, just going to put out there, Charlotte's like,
Well, in fairness,
there's
YouTube
stuff-
didn't flag any of the Paul Walker jokes. So, I mean, I can't fucking...
So Charlotte put out that there's a
YouTube can't read; it can only
Twizzlers
hear.
and jelly beans. Jelly beans, I'm on board for. Twizzlers just taste like plastic. I'm sorry.
Well, you must have had bad Twizzlers.
They all were bad fucking.
Did you have Twizzlers or did you have Red Vines?
No.
There's a difference.
No. If I'm gonna fucking do some, I go name brand. I don't do that fucking Red Vine thing because
Red Vine actually is a name brand.
I don't know.
What was the next story that I was supposed to cover?
Goosebumps.
Side note.
Or no, you got
Wait. So if this trailer in any way, shape, or form tripped your like curiosity, you can catch it on DVD and on demand January 11th, 2021.
If not mandatory,
if.
we're not making anybody.
That's a big
if you feel like renting or watching that movie, by all means do, because we probably will for journalistic purposes.
But here's the thing, though. Like,
that's
our 2021.
I forgot.
You which?
We are 2021. So, like, maybe that's a typo.
Yes.
So maybe January 2022.
I don't know.
Or maybe it's been out and it's only getting to DVD release now.
No. Amityville Uprising comes to digital, on demand, and DVD January 11th.
Yeah, it's probably a typo.
So I'm assuming a typo, and it will be out January 2022.
Unless it's going to be available in the past.
Right, because, like,
that happens.
I haven't heard that shit up till now, so, like...
Yeah, I'm getting 2022.
Okay, so that's just a typo.
It's bloody disgusting. You step your game up.
Dude, you know what? They do, like, awesome work, so... We all...
Step your game up, gun.
What was it? I renamed a complete TV show with that whole, like, Eagle's Nest or some bullshit. Instead of, like, the Eagle's Inn. We all fuck her up some shit.
I kind of remember that.
Kind of. Oh, I fucking do. That was some good fuckery on my part.
Aye, 'twas some good fuckery indeed. Will we move on? Who's the man child?
Yep. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. Who's he calling a man child? Bill, you were a scary man.
His suggestion for how to deal with a building full of people.
Keep tripping fire alarms till they turn it off, then stop rising mains water and connect the gas mains to the fire suppression system, then start a fire in the building.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I could see that backfiring, pardon the pun.
Yeah. But Katie, I agree with you. I definitely have to check out this fucking Dr. Pepper jelly beans. Yep.
Not even reading it. I'm not even reading it. I'm going to say, right, I'm going to start literally removing Paul Walker jokes from the fucking chat.
So Jennifer Lawrence has been...
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Don't you dare do it. Get your eyes off the screen. Stop it. Stop it now. Stop it now. Stop it. You know you're on camera. I can literally look at you still reading it.
Well, I do have a bit of an OCD. If I start, like, I have to finish. That's...
You blamed a lot of things on OCD.
The guy died. He left his kid behind. I don't get where the funny is.
But I then was like, oh, wait, internal. So then I stopped. Oh, nope, that's not right. Okay, but then I was able to, like, outside voice, inside voice. Like, you know, it just takes a second.
It's just my favorite thing is like no more Paul Walker jokes, and 2 seconds later Carter's like, what is the difference between it's like no.
It was I thought he was like I did not read who said the message. I thought they was like, oh hey, I just read so and so's joining the lineup of
Right. I'm going to say one last thing about this before we move on to my news bit. He's a goddamn national treasure. And people He saved children while sledding across the Antarctic with a bunch of huskies, you fucking monster.
Okay, you know what? I cannot. Okay, you know what? I never watched that one.
Sled Dogs is goddamn heart-wrenching masterpiece.
Did not realize how much of a fucking treasure he was.
He's a national fucking treasure. He was the only good thing about Fast and the Furious. Everyone else was all like, he was the only relatable person. Everyone else just walked around but like, it's for the family. It's for the family. Hey. I drive cars. It's for the family.
Okay, which I related to. I was like, oh, I dig Paul Walker. I did not realize he was also saving fucking kids with dog sleds. I had never watched that one.
In a famous Disney movie. Just to clarify.
Yeah. No, that was in real life.
Real life,
like,
yes.
I never got around to watching his other films. So
no, Nicolas Cage isn't a national treasure. Nicolas Cage was in National Treasure.
It's in National Treasure, yeah.
And also, if Nicolas Cage died and people started taking the piss out of it, I'd lose my fucking mind.
Keanu Reeves is a national treasure.
Keanu Reeves is just a treasure and a delight.
Yes.
He's like Rick Moranis, just a nice dude.
Ryan Reynolds is a national treasure.
Is a national treasure.
Rick Moranis is a national treasure.
National treasure. Bill Murray, national treasure.
Nicolas Cage.
Bill Murray.
Is...
Terry Funk is a national treasure.
Terry Funk is a national treasure. Yes, I agree with that. Bill Murray, I would say national treasure. Dan Aykroyd too. But are you shrugging on a Bill Murray?
I'm just saying.
Ghostbusters, Groundhog Day, Scrooge. Need I say more?
Ghostbusters,
Caddyshack, Stripes.
Okay, you know what? Stripes, national treasure.
Didn't he get a? Oh no, that was the other guy.
Got
a blowjob
here's
by
the
Ghost.
thing. I'm not a big.
That was kind of cool.
That was Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd. Yeah, that's still pretty cool.
Like I like it, but I'm not a big Caddyshack fan. But I love.
They were racist, according to Rochi. He went, you realize that every one of those people, Bill Murray, is Canadian. Canadian people are awesome.
Keanu Reeves isn't Canadian, is he? Keanu Reeves isn't Canadian, is he?
Pretty sure Terry Funk isn't.
Pretty sure Terry Funk isn't. I'm nearly 150% sure Terry Funk isn't Canadian.
Right.
Ryan Reynolds, yes. I'll give you Ryan Reynolds. Who else did we say? Rick Moranis? I think Rick Moranis is Canadian. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so Bill says Keanu is Canadian, which I did not fucking know that.
Okie dokie. Terry Funk definitely isn't Canadian.
Oh, absolutely not.
I come right here from the heart of Texas to stick a cow brand through your forehead.
But Charlotte, I did hear that also that Bill Murray and Harold Ramis did kind of have a fallout, but they did kind of. I don't know if they fully patched it up, but I did hear they kind of like got back together before Ramis passed.
Okay, so Funk and Murray are not Canadian.
Let's play a game. Who's Canadian and who's not?
Part of Canada. Ooh la la. Okay. Right. Moving on to the next news bit. Hammer Horror. The very famous, if you're going to talk about horror movies and Draculas and things like that, you can't talk about that in a historical manner without Hammer Horror coming up as a very famous English production company back in the late 70s and 80s, making all of the coolest and groundbreaking horror because they were they were the XXX rated movies of their day because people had big bosoms and they got bitten in the necks and that's the way these things kind of went. But they are after hooking up with a new distribution studio, according to an article here from Bloody Disgusting. That if you're a fan of the Hammer Horror, you definitely want to keep tabs on our monthly column, Hammer Factory. Do that, I suppose. And you'd also be happy to hear that more Hammer Horror is on the way. Variety reports today that Hammer Films has joined forces with Network Distributing to form Hammer Studios Limited, the latest evolution of the iconic British film production company. Variety explains that the new entity will manage and control Hammer's interests in the vast library of content, such as The Woman in Black from 2012, Let Me In from 2010, Dracula 1958, The Abominable Snowman 1957, and The Quatermass Experiment from 1953. Hammer Studios will invest substantially both in restoration and new production development from both its owned and newly created IPs. Network's Tim Beddoes said in a statement, "This partnership is a really exciting opportunity to merge Hammer's amazing library with network infrastructure. Whilst we work or wait." It was just such a businessman buzz line from production. Just network infrastructure. Whilst we work our way through restoring the entire back catalogue for future generations' enjoyment, we are equally excited about the development of new productions from the Hammer canon. Bloody Disgusting's Paul Farrell provides a brief company overview, which you can go read that on Bloody Disgusting. Yes. So, new production studio, new Hammer horror movies possibly on the way, and restoring all of the old Hammer horror movies to HD so that those Philistines that are the new age generation can get some actual fucking horror education.
Feel better?
Boobies.
I do.
Boobies.
Do you know what I mean? Because they're like, I saw Dracula 2000. It wasn't super impressive, but there's movies before that.
Don't forget.
Never forget.
Boobies.
What?
Yes, we all remember Vampiro's Last Boss, although that wasn't Hammer. Never mind.
I was only talking about that last night. That also wasn't Hammer, no. I was only talking about that last night with Hurt.
But the Karstein, hang on, there was a trilogy, Christine or Karstein trilogy or something like that. Hang on.
Karstein.
Yes, that was it. That was about a couple of twins vampire chicks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that led to them then making Vampire's Last Boss. Not Hammer, but whoever made it. It's kind of like, well, they did this, so why don't we do that? Never went, hey, we like that.
Murray? Did Charlotte Fernandez ask who Murray was?
No. She had asked.
No.
There was.
It was.
You remember Charlie's Angels, the movie?
Yeah.
Apparently, there was tension between Lucy Liu and Bill Murray.
Yes.
And she was just kind of pointing out, like, hey, I'd heard that there was some shit between them, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I had heard it, but I didn't know if it was him starting it or her, because I had heard she was kind of hard to work with.
Something
but I've
happened,
also
and he said she was unprofessional, and then they all got their arses up with each other. But I can't remember, was he justified in saying she was being unprofessional, or was he just having a bit of a hissy fit?
And that's what I was talking to her about. I was like, because I had heard she was kind of hard to work with, but then I've also had reports where he's not necessarily hard to work with, but not easy. So it kind of sounds like that whole Vin Diesel, The Rock thing, where like maybe somebody did something that I didn't.
He's the reason that he's not
called it out.
She's the reason that he's not in the remake, or not the remake, the sequel. There was a different Bosley in the sequel, wasn't there?
Shit. Shit, I don't remember now. Actually,
I watched them both, but I don't remember. 2, isn't it?
No, I'll reach out to him and ask.
I'll ask Dave Google 1 minute.
Yeah, Dave Google knows. He knows. He's been the star.
It was either they shot all of their parts separately, or he was straight up not in.
Well,
he was straight up not in it.
And I mean, like, you know, as far as films go, like I said, you got that whole thing with The Rock and Vin
Charlie's
Diesel.
Angels Full Throttle. That's the second one, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, you're going to have films where I guess we all kind of have that. I don't know. Like, I don't want to say, like, we're both dicks or, like, I don't know. You run up against somebody that you kind of rub the wrong way.
Yeah. They got Bernie Mac in as Bosley instead of.
Oh, okay.
Bill Murray.
Ooh. Those are the same person.
Yeah. Sure.
Did you just say Bernie Mac?
Yep,
he was being sarcastic as to why they replaced him.
Oh.
Just understands me sometimes.
And
he
that's
was being
thing,
a sarcasm joke.
Sometimes, like, you have to decide, like, Bill Murray, well-known actor, Lucy Liu, like, who do we side with and that kind of shit?
Well, obviously they sided with Lucy Liu.
Right. Well, I mean, like, she was the main star. Bill Murray kind of came in 2 seconds here, 2 seconds there. So, like you and me talked about that whole Lethal Weapon TV show, like how they replaced Murtaugh. Like, it just kind of like you have to figure out who you're going to lean into.
You
Yeah, but they,
Roseanne it.
like,
That's what you do.
didn't
You
they
just swap
replace-
them out and hope people don't notice.
Yeah.
Right.
And like Charlie's Angels 2 did, where
They
they
did
just
the same
swapped them
in-
out. Do you think they'll notice that Bernie Mac isn't
Same thing
Charlie
with
Murphy? Or Charlie Murphy? Do you think they'll notice that Bernie Mac isn't Bill Murray? Charlie Murphy!
Same thing they did with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
And Viv's
two Aunt Vivs.
Dude, that was a piss off too. It's
Can't
like,
be having two Aunt Vivs up in this piece.
right. And we're just supposed to believe that this is the same. Oh, okay, cool.
Apparently, according to Rochi, she was up her arse diva style, and he called her unprofessional and a crap actor. That's what I had also read, if memory serves me correctly.
I'm not gonna lie, like I don't really think she's a grand actress, so like it doesn't surprise me that somebody called her out on it.
I don't know what the argument was over, but I remember something went down and he called her unprofessional, and then the two of them were just like, well, fuck you, I'm not. And they just shot around. Like, I don't think they were even on set with each other much. They shot around it.
Dude, and I gotta feel bad for like directors and shit like that and the production staff when you have not equal but two big names like that at war with each other. You're like, Bill, could you go take a break? Okay, let's film this real quick. Like, that has to make it a stressful situation for fucking everybody, though.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So, sidetracks aside, that's Hammer Horror, just to remind you, because we got sidetracked there, was the last news bit, and they have a new studio formulated. So,
actually, there was still another news bit. Because
I wasn't saying we were finished doing news bits. I was just reminding people of what the news bit was before we moved off.
I thought you said
because if someone was to have tuned in the last 5 minutes, they would very much would have been like, "Why are they doing a news bit about Bill Murray and Lucy Liu not getting on?" While there's a picture of a Hammer Horror movie on the screen.
That's true, because they're starring in a new Hammer Horror film called. I'm not clever enough to come up with a name.
Charlie's Hells Angels.
There you go. Wait.
The enthusiasm out of Buzz there is just like, yep, that'll do. That's a title. Yep, cool.
Let's be honest though, that would work for a Hammer House movie.
Yes. Are you? Wait, sorry. Did I miss when? Sorry. Are we talking about Hammer Horror doing a Charlie's Angels remake?
We're fantasy booking Hammer Horror and Bill Murray and Lucy Liu.
So therefore, Charlie's Hells Angels. A throwback to the 70s. Biker crews, cruising the highways.
And boobies.
Bikers and boobies. Like Werewolves on Wheels.
Tristan Risk already did a movie that is essentially that, which is Frankenstein Created Bikers, I think is the name of it.
Was it done by Hammer?
Because that production company has only been made
2 minutes ago.
Yeah, not literally 2 minutes ago, but the movie's a couple of years old. Not crazy old, but like 3, 4, something like that, maybe.
I suddenly want to watch Biker Mice on Mars, or from Mars.
Got you covered.
Oh, you were such a fucking boss, dude.
That's what I do.
This is the drug dealer of movies over here. I got you covered here. Just
I'll have you know, cartoon series. If it was a movie, c'est très magnifique.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That'd be awesome.
Right.
I am so sorry.
Like, no, dude, when the veins aching, I know I can go to Giz to find some awesome fucking cartoon shit.
Yeah, Charlie, I agree.
It's hard
Rochi.
to
What the fuck?
find around here.
What the fuck?
I'm assuming the chat is a scary place to be right now.
Rochi just went, well, Charlie's Angels and Bloody Vampires, call it Rag Week, The Blob, etc., etc.
Frack's sake.
Also, Rochi's typing faster than Bill or some shit.
So 1-2 punch them two right there.
All right, so wrapping up some Goosebumps shit.
Alrighty,
Goosebumps going.
Ooh, isn't it Shark Week soon? Johnny, please tell me. Like, I know it's like super ahead of time, but we are doing like Santa Claus Jaws, right? These
for
Santa Jaws. I don't know.
I'm assuming for holidays.
Is that the Shark Christmas movie
with the fucking Santa hat on it?
Yeah, well,
Like,
it seems like a Christmas movie, so I mean, I'd be remiss not to cover it over the Christmas period.
Thank you.
And it's also really not super that ahead of time. It's like in 2 weeks, it's going to be December. So
okay, but
not even 2 weeks. Sure, it's the 25th on Thursday.
Yeah, a week and a half.
But also, we cover a lot of shit in the month. So like, first week of the month, fourth week of the month. Like, I'm just like hoping we get Santa Jaws on the list.
It makes
because
does anybody know? Is there do you know those Christmas movies Netflix started doing with Kurt Russell?
The Chronicles?
Yeah, Christmas Chronicles. Is there a new one this year?
I have not seen one yet.
I don't know.
Fucking one.
Yeah, I've not seen one yet.
Hang on.
I've just seen 1 and 2.
That's a Christmas movie that I've actually got into. That I'm like, sometimes it actually makes me feel a bit Christmassy. As everybody knows, customarily, Christmas time is where Giz and I swap personalities essentially on the show, and he's all happy and joyous for the festive season. I'm like, fucking reality. Fuck you and your stupid fucking Christmas trees. Fuck you, Santa Claus, and your fucking fuck you.
And I still haven't like signed off in the whole Chronicles yet, so I've not watched it. But it's like, dude, it's Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. Like, that just seems like it has to be awesome.
It's fucking brilliant.
Oh,
both movies are fucking awesome.
Okay, then I know what I'm doing December 1st then. Because, like, I'm trying really hard not to fucking watch anything
Watching
until, like,
a Muppet Christmas Carol.
I'm trying really hard not to watch any Christmas shit until December 1st. But if, like, the Christmas Chronicles are that badass, then I know what I'm doing on the 1st.
Yeah, they're really good. And Goldie Hawn's in the second one way more.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't look like there's a third
one. You
one.
didn't watch the Lifetime movie?
No third one?
Featuring
Johnny.
Not this year, at least.
I'm also watching Bruce Campbell's Hallmark thing because it's Bruce Campbell.
You need to watch it. He's a musician.
No, I don't need to watch it.
No, I don't need to watch it.
I will.
He's a musician and it's Christmas.
So 1 out of 4 of us will watch it because it's Bruce Campbell.
Do you know when you're like used to seeing like a world famous magician like in Vegas on a big stage and doing all the crazy shows, and then he kind of falls out of fame, and then you see him in this fucking dive 5 years later, and you're just a little bit like, that's kind of sad. That's what I feel I'm going to feel while watching that Hallmark Christmas moment, and I'm not going to do it to myself.
You mean like that Chris Angel guy? Because I thought people kind of feel
he was always, and I cannot emphasize this enough. He was always a fucking bellend.
Yeah.
From
Even
day
over
one,
here.
he was a bellend. He was also a crappy magician that only bought really big, expensive props and learned how to use them. He couldn't do any fucking straight up street magic if he tried.
Like, seriously, I'm surprised how big of a fucking thing he became over here. But it was also short-lived.
Mind freak.
Right. But it was also short-lived to where I was like, okay, cool. Trend is fucking ended, thank God.
He did a load of tricks that I've seen Steve Spade do at kids' Christmas party or kids' like birthday parties, but he added like blood.
Right.
That was basically it. Deadly Night, Silent Night.
No, Katie meant Silent Night followed by Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh. Well, luckily I've already seen Silent Night.
You've seen Silent Night, Deadly Night as well, right?
Yeah. So I don't have to watch.
Is anyone going to do this Goosebumps story, or what are we doing?
I don't know. Buzz has just been sitting there for the last 5 minutes, not saying anything.
Buzz is waiting for us to shut the fuck up. Buzz?
You should know better.
Since when was this the format of the show? That's never how the show has worked. We just interrupt each other and someone goes, I have points, and then we listen.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were in the middle of discussions. Right. I don't want to be...
We all shut the fuck up.
A Dick Cheeseburger over here and tell you guys to shut up.
Damn you, Dave Cheeseburger.
Guys, shut the fuck up. I'm doing fucking Goosebumps. Zip your lips.
There you go. That's better.
Zip your lips.
What the fuck?
Now we know we're supposed to be quiet.
I'll take a snack break. I'll just... Here we go.
Yeah.
No input. We'll just listen to your words.
Fuck.
No snack break.
You can get on with actually telling stuff.
Everybody knows what I have to.
Not all of us can snack break, bro.
I will get up and get an ice cream if you do not.
I'd rather if you don't, because I literally just shut the fuck up so you could talk. I can actually warn you, as the head producer on the show, that there will be a very stern conversation after the show if that's what happens.
I wasn't talking to you. I was
Not that
talking
I,
to
not that I
Carter.
pull rank normally, but I feel this is one where I got to step in and be like, no, there'll be fucking words if I stop everyone talking. So you.
This is where Johnny has to pull the big dick out and be like, "All right, guys, I'm the big dick."
When you're
here."
ready.
He's
That's right. Yeah.
fuck up.
Okay, so Goosebumps, guys. Goosebumps were a book series. Let's get all close here. R.L. Stein, he wrote the Goosebump books. I'm moving my microphone. Oh, that's getting all wonky over here.
Yeah, dude.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. I gotta get close because everyone needs to stop talking. R.L. Stein, he wrote the Goosebump books. They had covers. You know how books have covers? You look at the book, you're like, oh, that's a cool book. That's a cool cover. Goosebumps did that. And then, you know what's going to happen is they're getting ready. Well, there we go. My phone was sideways. I couldn't see what I was reading. They're going to make a picture book with all the Goosebumps covers. So you can go through and be like, oh, I remember that cover. I remember that cover too. R.L. Stein, he's been doing things a lot recently. Remember, he's got Fear Street came out, and there's another series that came out. I already forgot. We did stories about it, but I still forgot it. He's been having a good year in 2021, and he's gonna have a continued good year because he's got a book coming out on November 30th about the pictures of the Goosebump books. Okay, so reading the article. It's featuring tons of fun facts about the series alongside a walkthrough of all the books and covers in the Goosebumps collection. This art book is a must-have for old and new fans alike. In the summer of 1992, Scholastic tasked two terrifyingly talented artists. What?
Dude, literally nobody said a word. Right.
Oh, I heard some stuff.
I was typing.
Okay.
Don't know what you heard. I think you might be having a stroke because literally nobody said anything.
I typed.
I will
make sure she was okay. She did a maybe headbutt to the keyboard. I don't know, but
Maybe she fell asleep and hit the keyboard again. Didn't she do that before?
You can get concussed if you do that too hard. Don't do that, lady.
So I was typing to make sure she was okay, but I didn't say anything.
Okay. No. I'd like all noise to be simmer down the noise. Okay, so let's read the story. Okay, so in the summer of 1992, Scholastic tasked two terrifyingly talented artists with creating cover paintings for the books that would premiere the Goosebumps series. At the time, only 4 books in the lines were being tested by publishers. I can't, I'm reading this really weird. Okay. My eyes weren't focusing.
Why, considering that you have issues reading the stuff normally, do maybe we just do it normally? Can I read it?
I can read it. My eyes work. I can read it. I was kind of just doing this, and I was looking up to you guys, and I kind of looked down. And I was looking up, and I was just.
That's an ineffective way to read, I'd imagine.
I'm finding this out currently.
Maybe we just read it normal and give it a go.
Okay. I'll say. Okay. Oh, if I put up to my face, I can actually see it. Okay, there we go. At this time, 4 books in the line were being market tested by a publisher to see how young readers would react to R.L. Stein's particular brand of humor-tinged horror. One element that was sure to catch the attention of the little eyes everywhere was striking covers, and oh boy, did they find it. You guys remember the Goosebumps covers, right? You guys read Goosebumps books? I have some.
No.
Books right here.
I didn't read them.
Nope. These are Goosebumps books. Those are Goosebumps.
That's not how cameras work.
All right.
Can you see it?
No, we can't. That's not how cameras work. It's just a blur of colors.
Then there was this one, and this one was pretty good.
Cool.
You see this one?
Nice.
They wrote the back on there.
Really
you
nice.
See
Good. Yep.
There it is.
This is
good. Goosebump
that
book.
angle you got going there, very good.
Right.
And then
don't go too far
this one. There's another Goosebump.
No, don't go too far past your mic, dude. Then we can't see nothing but colors.
There's that one. Is that one good? Can you see that?
Yeah. Now I'm just getting.
That's got a snowman on it. That's very wintry themed. Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh god damn it!
I think he disconnected his mic.
He disconnected his mic. Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I thought for a second this was my fault because he's like, I'm like, I didn't do it.
Acting. Can you hear me? See, I'm disconnected. You guys just have select hearing.
No.
Oh. Moral of the story: there's a book coming out with Goosebumps covers. Jesus Christ, this is a disaster. The end.
Okay, then.
I'm actually so glad I had snacks. So I just kind of sat back and watched the madness happen. I'm literally the gif of that guy eating popcorn intensely.
Charlotte, I do not feel like we need Johnny's ego to go that big that we just need a hand coming out and feeding him grapes.
What's worse is we all know it. We all know it. It's just going to be Pam like running down and just kind of like
right. All of a sudden, just kind of like, bloop, bloop. Like I still feel like
today be the day that the grape arm shows up.
real quick, we're going to say hello to hello to Bree, who is joining us on her 6 minutes worth of a break in time for the Amuse You.
I'm so happy her 6 minutes was me.
No, she got in. So thankfully,
she missed your buttocks.
Okay, take two.
Focus on my face camera.
Goosebumps
There we go.
Is coming. Oh,
you can stand.
We definitely do not need
back.
We do not need Pam running downstairs just to
get
feed
back,
him grapes.
ASMR Buzz. Get back.
Don't fuck back. You keep blowing out your mic every time you do that.
I'm not doing anything.
When you talk super close into your mic, because the receptors in the microphone are designed to not have a mouth on them, it tends to blow out your mic. Because that is not an ASMR mic.
Sorry.
It's one of the reasons that you'll find a lot of the ASMR people either have $500 microphones or they use their headphones, the phone headphones with the microphone on them, because it's actually a really wicked mic in most of those. And it's good for picking up low noise.
Apparently, Bree feels the need to choke customers.
Yeah,
this is why
you're coming into Christmas and you're in retail essentially. So
yeah, she's in food. She's in the restaurant business.
Retail and food distribution suffer the same problems at Christmas, because you just get food distribution probably have it nearly as bad, if not worse, than the retail people, because the food people have to deal with all the angry retail fuckers that have come out after having a very bad time in whatever shop they've been trying to shop in. And then go try to get a sandwich and lose their fucking head at the person.
Dude, like legit, I was at the fucking grocery store today and this chick just popped up. Oh, excuse me, I've been standing here. I'm like, lady, we all are fucking standing here.
Yeah. It's how shops work.
Right. Like, I'm not sure why you didn't notice this, but like, we've all noticed we've all been standing here. And I tried
to give her a
lady, do not put eye drops in customers' fucking drinks. That is a bad idea. You will be arrested by fucking lunchtime.
I think you meant to address that to Bree.
Right.
Sorry, Bree. Sorry, not what did I say?
Katie.
Sorry,
Katie. Like, Katie, don't do it either.
You're doing that. Katie's laugh like she's all like, can't wait for tomorrow. I mean, like, will you be arrested by?
To be fair, apparently somebody did try to give her a fake 50, so maybe put eye drops in his coffee.
If someone is bugging you in the shop, the best thing you can do is whoever the most unhygienic and unclean person in the store is, get them to do their fucking food, and Mother Nature will handle the rest of the problem for you.
And she's down to 3 minutes. Ugh. That's a really short break.
She said 6 minutes, so.
Yeah, that was 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And Katie was like, what the fuck did I do, Johnny?
You did nothing. Bill is giving advice to people that while it is a good way to give a customer a fucking fuck you, it's also a good way to get arrested by lunchtime.
So you're saying Katie and Johnny
Only if
are
you're
like,
caught.
I'm saying Katie and Johnny are what?
So you're saying Katie and Bill are like similar? Like,
no, I said Katie instead of Bree's name.
He was telling Bree that.
That is all that happened.
He meant to say Bree, but he accidentally said Katie. Because Bill was trying to give Bree advice. Very bad advice.
Don't listen.
Johnny was trying to tell Bree.
Fucking.
Like, this chat is why I'm like, oh, I can't go out and like just get
How am I
food,
a bully?
'cause,
When
like,
the fuck did that happen? There's
Probably because you guys wouldn't tell me to let me do my damn
you
Goosebumps.
let you do your goddamn Goosebumps story and you murdered it, so I wouldn't even be giving out. Wouldn't even be given out.
like. Oh. Because you snapped at Katie.
He didn't really snap at her. He was being very.
I wasn't blaming
concerned,
Katie or Bree.
actually.
If anyone I'm holding responsible is Bill, stop giving people advice to murder people.
Just briefly. Last time I checked, because Bree's after putting something in, but last time I checked, Boba Fett was the name of a bounty hunter from Star Wars. So I got Boba Fett today, and I had some before work, and it wasn't bad till my coworker noticed I was tired, and he was like, "You smell weird." No shit.
Wait, what?
Okay, so do you guys name Boba Fett something different than we do over here? Like, no, because Bree's...
apparently it's also a strand of weed.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I was going to say, that sounds like she's smoking some of the gishy.
And it just occurred to me, I'm like, wait, Bree's over here with us. Like,
Jesus Christ, that's not the most appealing strain of weed I've ever heard.
Thank you. Like,
I'm smoking Boba Fett. That sounds, I won't lie to you, it sounds murderous and possibly a little bit explosive. Which is not the buzz I'm going for in my weed, customary. I'm looking for like chilled and focused.
I don't know. That kind of enticed me a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
You demented bastard, as we've proved by Google's dictionary.
Like, I don't even smoke.
Google is the star of this
never
episode.
give them star status in the show. Google are a pile of wankers.
Yeah,
fuck you,
that's
Dave
true.
Google.
God damn you, Dave
Bill
Google. You're bullshit.
What the smell?
Well, no, Bill.
I don't know.
There's also garlic.
I don't know if I can get on board with garlic.
I've never heard of that shit either. So
it's just
garlic. Sorry, are we talking about weed still, or are we talking about actual garlic?
I believe we're talking about straight weed, but even still, a nice lemon haze, yes, but anything garlicky,
like.
Charlie said, Bill, you were a very scary man blowing up buildings and spiking people's food and drink. And then Rochi responded 2 messages later going, Charlotte, that's why he's banned from being 2K from school.
Not because he'd do anything to the school, just to clarify, not because he would do anything to the schools, but because he would teach the kids how to do stuff. All right, Bree,
thanks for the very brief but entertaining participation in the show. We'll catch you later.
Try to have a good day at work. See you later.
Better.
Slap him in the face and tell him Dave Google told you to do it. That'll get you a couple of days off.
We don't see you on the news later.
Don't listen to me either. That was also bad advice.
If you're going to commit a crime, don't get caught.
I don't know how you don't get caught slapping people in the face.
By doing it without a camera looking at you.
What?
By doing it without a camera looking at you.
I don't think it matters if there's a camera there if the manager is the one you're slapping.
Right.
I thought you meant customers.
No.
Okay, I don't know what they're like at your spot, but like if you slap a customer, they don't just walk away.
I'd love to think that was in a fast food train actually that there was like a customer complaints thing, which is just they bring you over where there's no cameras. Shut the fuck up. Eat your fucking burger and move on with your day.
You're telling me that's not what happened in Breaking Bad with that dude fucking Tuco?
Consider your fucking complaint resolved. I will talk to you later, madam.
Isn't that how your buddy Tuco handled things in that Poco Loco thing from Breaking Bad?
Not Tuco. It's Freegan.
Point is, that was how things got handled, wasn't it? Customer complaints.
Yeah, he'd politely talk to you in the corner and smack the fuck out of you. You're going to eat your fucking burger. You're going to get up out of my fucking restaurant, and you're never going to come back.
Okay, see, I need to work at that fucking joint because otherwise, excuse me, he looks.
Rochi has.
You really don't. There's going to be a lot. If you're working there, there's probably going to be a lot of FBI interference. I'm just going to warn you.
I was going to say, Rochi has it right. It's only a crime if you get caught.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's only a crime if there are witnesses or CCTV. See, this is why I said turn the cameras away.
Yeah, unless you slap your manager, who'll just be like, "She slapped me, head office." They'll be like, "Do you have any evidence?" Well, it was my face, and I'm the manager. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
See, this is.
I'm not going to keep telling people how to smack.
Right.
I just gave out to Bill for telling people how to poison people. Me telling people how to assault people is equally bad.
Is next up.
Goosebumps.
Next up on the don't
except
tell
in the eyes
us.
of the law, where you'll probably get more time for poisoning, I believe.
So Goosebumps has an awesome art book coming out. is what Buzz was telling it.
Can I just, and not trying to sound like the giz of this news bit, right? But instead of buying an art book with all of the pretty pictures of the book covers on it, and it gives you a brief description of what the book is, would you not be better just buying the books where you have the collection of covers on the books, and then you also have the books to read?
I'm not gonna lie,
maybe, but like a lot of these are from the originals, so finding the originals are kind of hard.
That was the thing that I was gonna
and expensive.
Okay, like I feel like as kids' books, I could go to Barnes and Nobles and be like, I'm looking for Goosebumps.
You'd be surprised. You see, the whole point of this is that it's all the covers from the beginning of the series. Am I right, Buzz?
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's a lot of that stuff that just is out of print. Especially when you look at books, a lot of times, while they might come back into print, the cover art would have changed. You know, you could have a second or third printing of a book because it's popular, and the cover art's changed.
Yeah.
So finding that original artwork is more difficult. You know, and as a result, sometimes those books that makes it more expensive trying to find those first edition stuff.
I didn't even think about the artwork changing from.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of re-releases that like have very like similar, like inspired by the original cover, but wasn't the exact.
There's
like that's why when I go buy them, I seriously look for
same
the
stuff.
Original books that came out that I used to have. If you go to the stores now, they'll have the 18th reprint. That's because it's been since 1992 that these books have been out. So like they redo the covers, they change the art and all that stuff. So you won't be able just to go to the store and buy that particular original one. You'll buy the 7th reprint version of it.
So I totally didn't even think about that. So okay.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff. Like the Dresden Files stuff. When I first started getting them, it was like a European format and European covers. But after book 10 or 11, they changed, and all the covers and artwork is the same as the American publication from that point on. So when you go looking for the earlier books now, it's actually all the American artwork. You can't get the covers that I have here, the kind of more casebook covers, which reminds me, that first book is missing still. Oh, I know who has that. Anyway, but
because like right now, like right here, I have like the stack that I have here that I keep for me are the original ones that came out in the 90s. I have the same exact books that have been the re-release versions with different covers. Those are out in the living room for like Hunter and Aaliyah because they're not the same to me because it's not the original
fucking damn good plan.
art book. So I have mine here, and then they have their like updated versions out there. Exact same book. Everything the book's the same. It's just different cover.
And more importantly, what you're having there might be worth something a little bit down the line, even if if you're looking to sell them.
It could be, yeah. And that's the thing with me is like that's what got me into Goosebumps were the covers. Like sometimes I would have not known anything about the book itself. I just see the cover. I'm like, ooh, that's a sweet cover. I'm gonna buy that book. Sometimes the book ain't that great, but like the covers obviously are what attract you to the books when they used to come out. Like I used to just sit there and be like, okay, oh man. Sometimes I wouldn't like. I had like a shit ton of them when I was a kid. I maybe only read half of them. A lot of them I just got because like, ooh, cover's sweet, and then I just like push it off to the side because. Like, all right, I'm done. That's all I want to see.
And like I said, I
don't want to read the story.
I didn't even
book collector.
What is this, a book?
I didn't even think about the actual cover.
What is this, a book?
I didn't actually think about the actual cover being changed, though, because, like, I lost the book a long time ago. I got it back again, but the cover was the same. So I guess I didn't think about the cover changing over time.
Yeah, it's usually common practice when books go into second or third whatever printing. It's
at least you wait until the end of the thing to go for ice cream opposed to at the start of the article.
But that's why a lot of time there'd be a big hullabaloo about people going back and finding original artwork from original printings because it can be decades later and that stuff is difficult to track down in its original format. So replication is the next best thing.
I don't get why you wouldn't just get one of the original books, scan the cover, and move on.
Because sometimes the original stuff is hard to like. This is the point. the original stuff would be difficult to find in the first place.
But Goosebumps?
Some of the stuff, like the books that Buzz has there's a strong chance some of those books can't be found because maybe Buzz, over the years, other copies of them have just gone into the fucking trash. Or
you can tell the difference. So these are the re-released ones. These are like the original ones. There's an obvious difference. It's not the same book, but like they changed the cover very, very much differently. I was trying to see if I had one of the actual same book, but I don't think I do in this pile with my actual original pile. So that defeated the purpose of what I was trying to do.
The point was to demonstrate the fact that there is a difference in the art style and there is a difference in the editions.
And like the originals are numbered. Like this one, it's probably kind of hard to see. It says number 1.
Cool.
These ones, the new re-releases, they're just generic. There's no numbers to them. They just re-released. So like they actually have, book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like they're all whole original series 1 through 62 was numbered
as they were released.
And then when after they started doing the re-releases, they just released them, no numbers, different covers, and all that stuff. This has been Goosebumps History Lesson by Buzz. The one thing I know anything about. Except reading the article. That part was too hard. But
What?
Okay. The end.
Was there any other news bits?
That was the last
Goosebumps
news bit.
Alrighty.
There's the Goosebumps story.
That was riveting.
Anticlimactic?
No, not really. Like, not anticlimactic. What he said, because like I honestly, you know what? I can't always repeat the words you all say. Don't laugh. I acknowledge the delivery. Okay, what?
Sorry, that was just hilarious. It's like something out of a bad sitcom.
It was like we scripted it.
Yeah.
So no, like I said, I honestly I didn't realize covers would change that much because I have gone back and I've lost books over time. I didn't realize. I guess covers change, so I was totally on board with him. Like, why not just get version 1?
I mean, some you might be able to, obviously, depending on how old the book and stuff like that.
But I would just assume that, Goosebumps isn't so old. I would have thought that it'd be hard to track down original editions.
Well,
okay,
but
you have
also
to take into account they're kids' books that get passed down generationally, and there's a reason that Buzz went out of his way to get the newer ones to give to his kids because he knows that if they get torn up or ripped, it's not the same as the original stuff. Over time, people might not have had that same mindset. So, there's books that I had as a kid that. Okay, actually, I'm a terrible example because I look after everything. But the point is, not everyone is in a position where they're able to look after stuff. So, there might not be as many in circulation as you might think just because of stupid shit happening to them.
Well,
and the fact that there's so many of them to get,
I guess
if you were trying to get
and
a whole
that, I get
series,
that.
there's
But
62
I guess
books.
My biggest problem is I'm buying a book that shows me the cover and the synopsis of it. I don't know, dude.
So you can then go along and buy the latest edition of the book and read the full story while still having the artwork from the first edition that you might not have been able to find anyway.
Okay, and see, you said that with such enthusiasm. You're like, I got the cover. I'm like, cool.
You turned into Peter Griffin. I'm not exactly sure where you're going with the end of that sentence.
Right. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if I knew where I was going with it. It just didn't make sense. Dude, seriously. I'm like, But then again, like, I didn't read the Goosebumps. So I'm like, there's an art book. Cool.
I didn't read them either, but I appreciate the
Like
idea.
that's literally the first thing I got into. Like that's literally the first book series. Like any books I actually remember reading. Because like I said, the first ones came out in '92. I would have been 7.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I read stuff for school, but like on my own time, like this is the very first like set of books that I read. So like I guess a lot of it also has to do, I mean, that's really anything in general, but it's that kind of like nostalgia fact. It's like obviously it's something that you're into, then you're going to be into it. If you're not, then
I'm not sure.
You're like,
I think
whatever.
Bill tried to do a Family Guy joke and then may have fallen asleep on his keyboard.
He's like, Bill, you all right?
Probably.
No, like, I guess that's true. Like, I never read any of the Goosebumps books. And so maybe that's where I'm failing on the whole, like, appreciation thereof.
I never read any of them either. I just understand the idea of why they would bring out, I understand the thinking behind bringing out a book with all the covers for books, of the first edition stuff that people probably can't find anymore.
But I also...
and it's stuff that because they didn't re-release every single one too, so like they only kind of re-released because like I said, the first series had 62 books.
I won't lie to you, when I did the joke about would you not be better off just picking up the books and therefore you also have the book as well as the cover, I wasn't expecting that to go on for 30 minutes afterwards. Shocked the fuck out of me, I'll tell you that straight out.
But in truth, I also didn't realize that they changed covers over time. I thought
I think we should actually change the name of the show. Roshi just said something there. I think we should change the name of the show on Tuesdays to Sidetrack Tuesdays.
Oh, God.
But it's fucking true. Like, that's why we moved the news Tuesday. So, you gotta fucking appreciate.
Yeah, that's why the news got its
because
own
our movie
show,
reviews
that's what
get interrupted because we talk about news and then the news
GoreCast
is related to
episode
another thing that we started talking about.
Anyway,
it's like
is
2
this...
hours of like
I've spent the last several... Why does my camera keep going out of focus every time I scratch my fucking nose?
I don't know. Since it's 2:30 in the morning and Buzz has clearly said everything on this news bit, does that mean that we're done with the news bits?
I suppose so. Are you trying to end the show?
I think we were done.
That's
I think
what
we
I
were
thought he
done
was trying
30
to do.
minutes
That's
ago.
why I said it.
It's past.
It's permanently past Giz's bedtime.
He's getting
I'm
cranky.
always cranky.
Yeah. If you tried to
he's kind of like the
I've
Hulk.
said that to him recently
That's
as well.
my secret. I'm always cranky.
Hey, think about it. When the AI revolution happens and we need to send him in to take down Skynet, you can use that line where we'd be like, we need to get him angry before he goes in. Then you can just turn around and be like, I'll tell you a secret. I'm always angry. And then some dude in the background would be like, it's not a secret. We fucking know. I literally met him in the lunchroom today. He's an angry fuck.
Secret to
He also
who?
made the till explode while we were trying to pay for lunch.
God damn it, charge me $250.
Oh, I can't wait to see that movie.
I don't know why he tried to give him $350. I only gave him
$350.
$350 2 weeks ago. You goddamn gave him $350. I told you not to give him $350. You're gonna keep coming back, goddamn Loch Ness Monster.
Damn Loch Ness Monster $350.
Yeah, if you are
On that
if you're new
note,
to the channel and you haven't, that's us done for the day. If you're new to the channel, you haven't been here before, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below, as it helps us grow our viewer base and get to the magical number of 1,000, where YouTube will officially declare us as the proper channel, where we'll be allowed to monetize some videos, and then Bloomhouse or someone
from us.
Bloomhouse or someone will come and fuck us up the A and try and take those videos back.
Is that right, Roshi? That till was Decepticon.
Via monetization. I can't even remember what I was going to say now. Never mind. Fuck Bloomhouse is basically what I'm trying to say. Is what I'm trying to say. We're going to be back on Thursday, where we are going to be talking about Black Christmas?
Friday.
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
That's the new Bruce Campbell film. Because, like, the reason I asked about that is over here, Black Friday happens after Thanksgiving.
Maybe,
so you're like,
maybe
do
we
you want to
should
do that December?
Maybe should we hold off on that till the week after?
But then we're going in December. Like, that's that whole Christmas thing.
Is Black Friday not part of Christmas?
I thought it was.
Carter is very
no.
You're Christmas
right,
shopping,
season.
but it's not.
Okay, in America, that's basically it's the start of green season.
Stop. Technically, you have Thanksgiving, and then at midnight you have Black Friday. Separate. It's not greed. It is, but it's not greed-ish. No, it totally is. But it happens right after Thanksgiving.
He's acting like
totally
greed
doesn't.
actually stops.
But I
in America.
really,
It's
I
24/7.
really
With
want
365 days.
to see Black
Start in
Friday.
America.
Totally. After it happened, like the dude's like, "Oh my god, my
it's
heart!"
actually funny
Rock
Giz
dead
mentions.
at midnight
It's funny
on
that Giz
Thanksgiving.
mentions that in the long string of things Giz isn't aware of in the real world. They're after changing all of the rules for Black Fridays in the shops now.
It is.
It's gone, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
But
Black Friday is gone.
technically, Black Friday drops at like midnight.
I was thinking that a load of chain stores were not doing the Black Friday. They're going to handle it the way they did during the pandemic.
Okay, well, technically, we've been doing Black Friday for like the last week.
Yeah, it's not one specific day. It's they're going to do it as a
Right.
to stop people showing up and murder crowds.
Well, no.
Yeah, it's got the thing of it is when I first started, because I've worked retail for a long time. When I first started working retail, we used to close on Thanksgiving, and then we would open up at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Calling
on
it
Black
racially
Friday.
appropriate
Well,
Friday.
and then that's when you would have the. Then that's when you would always have the mob full of people rushing to the door because they're all waiting in line for 2 hours. So they try to get rid of that by staying open on Thanksgiving and like having the sales trickle throughout the night. Oh, well, this bunch of sales is at midnight. These things go on sale at 3, and they try to expand it so it's less. But now they're going back to the original way, it seems like, because a lot of places now, because of the pandemic and stuff, they're actually closed on Thanksgiving now instead of being open.
We had a Walmart that was open 24 hours. So we hit, and from midnight on to whenever was Black Friday. Now,
but then also Johnny was right though too, is they do a lot of it online
they've been
during
doing
the week.
stuff. I was literally only seeing it on I think it was on Philip DeFranco was talking about it, that they're changing stuff around to because they like with the way the Steve Carino stuff numbers have been supposedly fucking bouncing up and everything. People have to. You can't have fucking 1,000 people showing up outside a shop to try and murder each other.
Right. So we've had
Although
Black
maybe
Friday.
you can, and it's natural selection. Like supposedly they're doing all this to try and reduce the populace. So I mean, if that's fucking just Black Friday it all over, they'll reduce the populace themselves.
You
and you're going
used
to have a
Black
goddamn strong warrior race of people left afterwards.
Used to have Black Friday like advertised for the week and then hit Thanksgiving right after. Now, like I said, I went in to pick a fucking was it a leaf mulcher, and they had already had like their Black Friday sales up for like the last 2 weeks or some shit. So that's why I was hoping to get Bruce Campbell's Black Friday in before December.
Okay, right. Now I remember what we were. Now I remember what we were talking about. I lost track of.
movies that make
Carter. Jesus Christ, Carter. Okay, this Thursday we'll be covering Black Friday, featuring Bruce Campbell and Devon Sawa.
Black Friday and Black Friday.
Wait, what?
Michael Jai White and
that's it.
Some other people, and we will also be reviewing.
Giz brought up Venom.
What?
Black Friday.
Giz brought up Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Yes, we will also review Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and some other movie, and we'll possibly have a special guest with us, as Buzz won't be joining us this Thursday, as it's Thanksgiving.
Bubba Hotep, mummies, like, and awesomeness. And
Say what? Sorry. Oh, wait.
Bubba Hotep?
Did you say Bubba Hotep? Did you say you want to watch Bubba Hotep for Thursday? I'm totally down for watching Bubba Hotep for Thursday.
Venom, and then like some Bubba Hotep.
No. Can you not do Venom this week? Because I'm going
to give you a revelation here. And this, I'm warning you. This might actually blow your fucking mind, right? You can watch movies that I don't tell you to watch whenever you want to watch them.
I will happily talk about it because I've already watched it. I will happily talk about it when you finally watch it.
Okay.
I feel really bad now. Gaze, I'm going to leave it up to you because Venom was your suggestion.
Yeah, leave it till next week. It's great. It's cool.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, wait, maybe, do we have any other sort of weird Bruce Campbell movies? What was that movie where Bruce Campbell was Bruce Campbell?
No, Hallmark movie.
No.
No.
I already explained before.
My name is Bruce. My name is Bruce.
Okay. Why don't we do...
Because it's crap.
Oh, it was good.
Oh, it's bad good. It's bad good.
It's crap.
It's bad good. But good, if you will.
And it was, what was that? My Name is Bruce?
Yeah, we'll do a Bruce Campbell... We'll do a Bruce... Shit, maybe we should review... Maybe... Yes!
Bruce Giving.
Yes!
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 Go,
okay, god damn it. Okay, we're going to have to do the Hallmark movie.
Hang on. No, we're not. No, we are fucking not.
Giz, I'm going to leave it up to you. Is it My Name is... No. Giz, I'm going to leave it up to you. Is My Name is Bruce or Bruce Campbell Hallmark Christmas or whatever the fuck it's called? I don't know.
If we do My Name is Bruce, then instead we do the pilot from The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
No, I'm not. Bubba Hotep is not leaving the list.
I never said it was.
You want to do 4?
Oh, shit. Okay. No. All right. Fine.
So what are we doing? Are we doing My Name is Bruce, or are we doing a Hallmark Bruce Hallmark Christmas?
No, fuck Hallmark. Hallmark have only ever done one good thing, and that was to bring out the DVD release of Ghostbusters. Apart from that, they can fuck off.
Carter, are you looking for Hallmark? He's literally jumping in his chair.
What?
Why? But it's like, it's Bruce Campbell. And it's Hallmark.
Much like with Buzz Carter, nothing is stopping you from watching it at your own time.
What if, and here, what if, number one, and Buzz, thank you for the name because it's fucking good. What if people in the chat interject here and give us your opinions? Shit, actually, can I do a poll?
Fuck's sake.
How do you add a poll in this thing?
Man, dude, like, I watch the motherfucker 2-3 times. It's Bruce Campbell on Hallmark during December. Like,
much like everyone can have one good song, everyone can also have one shite film, and Bruce has got more than one. This is one of them.
Oh,
sure.
Really? My name is Bruce.
Everybody's complaining about the punching now. It's a checkerboard all over again.
Yeah, because we've been trying
the YouTube punching
for the last
thing that keeps
20
popping
minutes.
up.
I can't believe you did not think My Name is Bruce. Really?
Whoa.
What?
It was like a
Hallmark thing. I couldn't get into it.
I'm putting a poll up.
Time for a poll.
Let us know really quickly. There should be a poll there, I believe. Yes.
Like, I'm gonna watch it.
Carter, if whoever, any of us here watching the stream as well, vote for what you want.
Well, I can't because I'm not going to be here, so
Buzz,
I won't cast my
your
vote.
vote.
I'm not allowed vote. What? Why? Okay, we're 50-50 so far.
Buzz, you did?
I voted.
Did you?
Okay.
Yes. I did vote, but I can't tell you because it's my right as a voter. Not to tell you what
I did. Get involved here because you're the ones who are going to have to watch it.
See, this is unfair because everyone in the chat is voting to watch me get pissed off about a film.
No, we're back to 50-50.
You can vote. Like, I voted, you can vote.
I can't vote, it won't let me.
Johnny can't, but Giz can because I voted.
Maybe I can on my phone, actually.
Rochi said he went to rip the poll for a
Oh,
laugh
shit.
and child abuse popped up.
Wait, what?
He went to go vote, or he went to go report the poll as a laugh to like report it for whatever, and child abuse popped
No,
up when he
Rochi.
tried to report it.
We've set the vote. It is what it is.
Where's the poll, you bastards? Yeah, I can't do it on my phone. Right, we'll just keep it.
Oh.
How about this? The fans are going to be
probably
surprised.
not because it's a live poll.
Right.
Everybody would be surprised. Well,
There's
it's
only 6
50-50,
votes.
and I think everybody voted though. So
Right.
it's like,
I got 7.
oh wait,
Damn
no.
it.
My name is
Really?
Bruce. Just
Yeah,
took the lead.
57-43. 7 votes.
7 votes.
I'm giving it 30 more seconds. If you don't have your vote in, it's not getting counted. Rochi is saying 3 repeatedly.
3.
Why you keep saying 3?
Because he reckons option 3 should be I pick.
Oh.
Would
And
like pick a completely different movie altogether?
and apparently Katie just kind of like headbutted her keyboard again. I gotta worry about her, dude.
Yeah, I'm
She
worried about
seems
her
like
cat in
rock-
general. They seem to be just passing out.
No, I think it keeps. I
Right.
think it keeps slipping off her desk.
Like I worry about her. I'm like, Katie, you good? No.
It actually has. Bill has also had a minor aneurysm here.
Also, I
Rochi's
think they're
saying
probably
just, like,
still
he'll
upset
pick
about
whatever
why
he
you took it
wants.
off. Never mind.
But if he picks something and it's not Bruce Campbell orientated,
Right.
yeah, because it's Happy Bruce Giving.
It has to be Bruce Campbell because it's
Oh,
Bruce.
that was what
Yeah.
they called it, wasn't it? Bruce Giving.
Fucking brilliant.
Really good, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, Bruce Givings.
Oh.
Genuinely proud of you with that one.
I mean, I
Fucking
just
good.
took Bruce
Dude.
and took thanks
However
out.
the math works out, you fucking rocked it. So
Alrighty, it is. My name is Bruce from the looks of it.
I got 1 + 1 =
Ending
3.
poll in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
oh god. I hope you're
4,
okay. She completely
3,
fell off her head. Keyboard
2,
went with
1. Incoming message from the big giant head.
oh, okay.
Alrighty.
My name is Bruce. All right.
Guess what, Carter? Shh, don't tell him, but we can watch the other Bruce Campbell movie during Christmas.
At a more
time.
appropriate time for the movie?
And I'm like, I'm not
it's
gonna knock
Christmas
Black
movie.
Friday and Bubba Hotep, so like fuck it.
The bed desk has really flexible, foldable legs, and it's unstable on my bed with the duvet. LOL. I need to sort it out.
Dude, like legit, I'm just
Duvet.
happy she's okay. She's like, I and the keyboard fell off the fucking bed.
I am the keyboard.
Remember
Yeah,
when we were
yeah.
gonna
I feel
end
we
the
should
show,
probably
like-
just redo that end of the show again there really quickly because we got sidetracked. I forgot we can do polls. I should
What are we
do
watching on
polls
Thursday
at the
on
end of
Bruce
each
Giving?
section, and we get audience votes about movies as well.
I'm not gonna fucking knock Rochi though.
Yeah.
Bruce versus Frankenstein. Like that would
Yeah,
be
the
dope
goddamn
as shit.
duvet, Katie. Is that not how everyone pronounces it? I'm not
Duvet.
French, you
It's
fucking
duvet.
fuck.
It's duvet.
I'm
yeah,
not French.
It's
It's goddamn
French.
duvet. I'm not French.
It's French.
I'm just glad you didn't take her with her. So
Anyway,
Okay.
if you haven't been to the channel before, I'm really sorry for the ending of this because I'm sure that was fucking confusing. But don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below, as it's going to help the channel grow to the magical number of 1,000 per blah 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 fucking something fucking blah 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 fucking Bloomhouse, take our money, goddamn monetization. Also, we have a Discord open now where we're going to be chatting away. So if you guys feel like chatting to any of the GoreCast peeps, drop over to our Discord, and all of the social links for Discord and other places of that nature are in the description box down below. And other than that, we'll catch you all. No, other than that, we'll catch you all on Thursday night for
Thursday.
Happy Bruce Giving, as we cover a load of Bruce Campbell-orientated movies in relation to the festive season. Kind of, mostly not, but for purposes of this description, yes. And also, don't forget to go over to American Horrors on Thursday, where if you're sick of the Thanksgiving and festive season creeping in, American Horrors are helping Halloween have one last stand. As for Thanksgiving, it's all goddamn Halloween with all people getting murdered and all people fucking... I'm presuming because it's American Horrors, there's going to be a load of sexy naked witches doing something as well, because that's, you know, that's a mandatory. Doesn't matter what day you're watching, there will be some sexy naked witches covered in blood, some shizzle. We'll catch you all during the week. We're going to be talking about some other sort of bad horror bollocks. GoreCast out, fuckers. Bye.
Bye.
This Halloween, a half a decade of horror mayhem returns to your TV. Action! Never get us alive! Horror!
Actually, goddammit, I want to kick him. It's only fair. Fuck you, you got to kick the last guy. Rudimentary. No, not at all. Rock, scissors, paper. Fine. 3, 2, 1. Fuck! Go for it. Fine. Right. Don't worry, I got this. His fucking head's coming clean off. You seem like you're ready to rock. I always.
Romance.
I wish I could quit you. Well, why don't you try?
More action. November 25th, a half a decade of Irish-fueled mayhem returns to American Horrors for Halloween's last stand. Action! Never get us alive! Horror!
Actually, goddammit, I want to kick him. It's only fair. Fuck you, you got to kick the last guy. Rudimentary. No, not at all. Rock, scissors, paper. Fine. 3, 2, 1. Fuck! Go for it. Fine. Right. Don't worry, I got this. His fucking head's coming clean off. You seem like you're ready to rock. I always.
Romance.
I wish I could quit you. Well, why don't you try?
More action. More horror.
How about a big bag of money?
Nah, I'm not really into common currencies. You know what they say, more money, more problems.
Okay. A rare single print limited edition Beatles album.
Not really much of a Beatles fan. I'm more of a B-52s guy. You know, the Love Shack is a little low.
More action. More horror. More action.
Down forward, light punch, if memory serves me correctly. How do you down forward and light punch in a game, for fuck's sake?
Get over here.
And humor.
November 25th, GoreCast returns as Halloween fights back, only on American Horrors. Don't miss it.
Don't forget, if you enjoy our Madcap GoreCast horror hijinks, we stream 3 nights a week over on YouTube, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, where you can see a little bit of this. Turd spoon, god damn, I knew there was something I wanted to bring up in the... God damn, I don't know what a fucking turd spoon is, but I'm mad to get it pretty in depth. Most definitely some of this.
With a new 2009 twist. She pulls out of her vagina.
I'll give it to her though, because like, you know how like magicians kind of like do something and they pause dramatically? She took that dramatic pause
And occasionally some of this.
Our favorite Halloween movies.
What's up,
And then the rest
GoreCasters?
is-
Welcome back here to the GoreCast. Yeah, okay, I'm here. I'm back.